She's chosen her group.
Okay. By the way, guys, we lost this entire map, which was super annoying since this is all custom, and I had to resize everything, which means that you also lost all your miniatures. So if you look, go to the map and just look at the laser pointer. This is where we are, and then you'll have to unfortunately put your miniatures back. I know that sucks. Yeah. There's Erasmus.
Where's the link I can
Yeah. Yeah, Erasmus and Studios, no.
What? Hold on, I'm not actually in Owlbear Radio yet.
I am, but I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, fuck you, Gage.
Must have been Gage. Yeah, someone named you a thought, so you're seeing
Yeah,
a
That
thought.
was not
I
me.
fucking wonder who.
Was not me.
I don't actually even see the. I only see Erasmus and Seo. But if you guys look at the laser pointer, though. Oh yeah,
Mhm.
All right,
Camel. I think
I'm
is
in
just
now.
me. The Camel's me, which I can rename.
That's me. I'm in now.
Yep.
That's weird because I just joined.
Gage,
Yeah.
change that name back.
And Chain Devil, I think.
Yeah.
Chain Devils are cool.
Yeah, I changed the nickname, but I don't know how to change CO's icon name. Thank you. Grazie.
Okay. Cool. So, yep. So we have Seo and Erasmus. Miles, you can just take a token if you want and just make it smaller from the.
Yeah, working on it.
Cool. Gretna's coming, by the way. She messaged me. Gretna's
Oh,
her thing ended early, so she's coming.
yay.
I don't have a character icon, so I am Book.
Okay, cool. Yep. Just resize them so they fit in the squares. Yeah, if you put them all the way smallest, I think that's what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, this thing is super hard. Like Unfortunately, Owlbear doesn't just let you like put something up and make a grid. You
Oh,
have to
shit.
like size it in Photoshop and shit. It sucks.
Hey guys, I have an emergency. Give me a second, okay?
Yep.
Oh god, we're still in the dragon turtle room.
Yep.
Yeah, you are.
Dragon turtles everywhere I
For
turn.
nearly a month.
Yes. There we go. Cool.
I was gonna try and make Kiri a token, but he can't go much smaller, so he's just gonna be in our minds, in our hearts.
You can make one if you want to. It's totally
Thoughts and
fine. He
prayers.
could just be the same size as you. It's okay. Because that way we'll know what square he's in if he leaves your square. So that works. Everything okay, Pyramid?
I think he probably had to step away for the emergency.
Yeah. That is probably right. Okay.
So today we destroy a skull.
Probably will not have to. Because once everyone's back and we officially start, you're going to realize the skull is mysteriously gone.
Thank
I've heard
God.
a little bit about who that went to.
Yeah, I don't know. The message was sent from Group A. I don't know if that's going to be received, but it's there.
Right. Yep. You're not going to get that message, Arasis, but I did still have Kino send it to you, so you'll see why. Later.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we can start, and then Pyramid can catch up. Not a big deal. So, all right. All right, so a couple different, a couple things. So first and foremost, as like, I think Erasmus was still pretty upset, and he was like, by the dragon turtle. The dragon turtle is somewhere submerged now, in this section here. The other thing to notice is that Crakalaka is mysteriously gone, and uh, other than that, you also know that you know that there's like certain timetables to stay in certain rooms just because of the fact that people really do manage this thing. So for instance, and you don't know what that schedule is or what it looks like, but eventually the red like certain red wizards of Thay are going to be coming in here because they obviously manage this giant dragon turtle and make sure it's doing what it's supposed to and whatever else is going on in here. So
Cool.
Heard.
but there is a couple different doorways. So there's the door off to this area here. There is two doors. These are the smooth marble ornate doors that go all the way up into a separate room. And there's the way you came, of course.
And Erasmus is not holding the Afridi in a bottle
No.
anymore.
No. You guys went through all that exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
He decided that. Yeah.
So I believe we were about to take a vote on dragon turtle or no dragon turtle.
Yep.
Right. And I think
Well,
our options were leave and come back, try and cast something on the cuffs, try and cast polymorph on the dragon turtle. Like, no, it was cast polymorph on the dragon turtle. We figured out we couldn't do anything with the chains, but maybe we could try and, I don't think it was blink, but try and teleport it to another plane of existence and it would come back. But we assumed it may not come back in its cuffs, or we leave and we come back.
I would also like to point out that we don't know the repercussions of teleporting something to another plane within this place.
is true, and we were warned to not do that. However, having done that, or at least teleported somewhere else, I'm fine. So I'm not sure if the circumstance of my travel were different or what exactly.
I'd be willing to. I think it's worth the effort to look into this matter. Maybe doing so right now when we don't even know what's in the next room, it might be jumping the gun a bit. Um, that's not to say I don't sympathize with, with the dragon turtle in the pool, and I think Erastus's, you know, complaints with how it's being kept are quite valid. But I just worry about acting too rashly.
I think it's worth making the effort now to try and cast Polymorph, see if that will assist. I think it's worth making an effort now and having to admit defeat and come back later.
Um, yes, sure. I cannot cast polymorph until after long rest. I already have, I already have the spell slots used for today. But I will be willing to do so once we're all rested. My mind's a little bit, you know, overused at the moment.
Could CEO insight that? It has been a long time, so I genuinely don't know if you're being serious or not, but CEO is a tad suspect. Just a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, you can insight check it. You have to oppose no matter what, Tyler.
All right.
Okay, thanks. It was
Oh,
probably just about the Ellie thing, which I assume she is gone, but we'll see.
that's a 7.
Okay. Yeah, I think you would believe that he's being genuine. So
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. For some reason, it's just not rolling in the Discord.
oh, I thought I saw your Discord.
Is it,
What
is
did
it,
you roll?
uh, it, it is frozen, it looks like.
You can roll it in Operate too. Or just do a d20 and add the modifier. Yeah, sorry, I don't know that yet. Actually, I don't know. I thought I saw you roll the 15, but apparently not.
Oh, there we go. All right. 13. Yeah.
Yeah, so you do think he's being genuine. Yep.
All right. What's the possibility of just going back through the other room to the area we know is safe and coming right back? Since we're close enough to an established safe zone, I guess we could talk. Or Pan can cast a spell.
I would also warn you that this is a room that's frequented by red wizards. I'm not saying we're aligned with them, but I'm saying getting on their bad side might be uh, not advantageous. That's true, but it might set off an alarm. I can't imagine that there's no alarms in place to try and break a creature this mighty and this huge out of a place like this. I mean, it's quite magical. That's true. I'm just saying maybe we should investigate the next room before we do so. I'd like to see what's in front and behind me before I make a move. Take it from someone that survived in Tovag all those years, I whisper to you. Quieter than I say in Discord.
Yep.
Stage whispers.
Who now has the highest passive perception? Perception.
Oh yeah, either
Uh,
Pure, Umbra, or Erastus, I think.
I'm
Yeah.
I guarantee I have a passive of 18.
Perception? Okay, that's high. Yep. Does anyone have higher than that? Pyramid?
God.
it looks like my stuff got deleted on D&D Beyond. I don't know what's going on.
What?
Really? Hold on. Let me see. Hold on.
You have to
Uh,
type
It won't
delete.
even let me sign into my account through D&D Beyond.
Hold on. I'll tell you because I'm pretty sure you're in the campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So hold on. Gretna. Yeah, you're still in here. Yep. So your passive is. Yep, that is true. Pyravin is still level 7.
Yeah, well, there's still a
Uh,
level 5 Kino in Group B.
Oh yeah, I gotta get rid of that. That was because I de-leveled.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Wait,
I made a
it's
copy of her.
yeah, it's saying his passive is 15 anyway, but so Erasmus would have the highest, I think, at 18. What happens when you try to log in though, Pyramid?
It just says that any of my information is wrong, and I have a whole list on my computer of my passwords and whatnot, so I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna try to go through and reset my password through my email.
Yeah, that's the best way to go. Yep. The good news is you're still in here though. Yeah, it didn't lose your stuff or anything.
You might want to print a hard copy of that, Chris, while you can.
Yeah.
It's just in case.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Also, I didn't realize my token was across. I'd be next to Pan if I was talking to her. Them.
Right. Yep. Let me I'm
Run to
also
the
just
restroom
gonna
real
make
quick.
sure. Yeah, I'm also gonna make sure, Pyramid, that you actually don't have like another. Yeah, I think that is your only character.
Big dog.
Yep.
And while everyone discusses this matter further, I just want to take the time, maybe with Pirvin, to investigate the doors up ahead for traps, possible runes or whatnot. Both of them are unlocked and untrapped.
I can't remember which door to or south he was looking. Yeah. He checked out one of them, I thought, but I don't remember which one.
I think he only checked out this one. Is that what you guys are talking about?
No, because I think we were all up in the hallway talking. So I don't remember.
All right,
Gotcha.
I got it. So what? We're level 8 now.
Yes, level 8. Yeah, you can level up. Yeah.
Out of curiosity, we don't have any red robes that we found in our travels, correct?
Not yet.
Okay.
Nope.
Were there any red
No, I mean
robes
that's
on
a great way, of
fireplace?
course, to blend in, but you're gonna have to probably kill someone or something to get that from him. But yeah.
Duly noted.
Yeah.
And like I said, I sympathize with everyone on both sides of this issue. I think it's a matter that's not pressing. I don't want to overstep our position, and I think that we are woefully unprepared. So, why don't we get a bit better handle on our surroundings before we go jailbreaking people, shall we?
Okay.
We will be back. This place is big, but it's not impossible to backtrack.
Let's just get out of here.
I've been doing my best with my little. No, we were given a map.
I have an intelligence of 19.
Yep.
This is
You
all
guys do
mental
have a
for
map.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do have a map. I think
I
it's
can
pen.
start-
Did someone pen that, by the way? But it's you should like look at it and go through it because it does have things that may not be on this map.
I have proficiency with cartographer's tools and a cartographer's set. So
Yep. Yeah, the map might have things on it that are because it did have writing on it and stuff. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of
the
notes.
point I was trying to make was interpretation of a map in our relation to it.
Yep.
So, is our plan to move forward, make sure it's safe, come immediately back, do what we can?
I believe so. And we'll come back once we understand, because I'll be honest, I don't know the rules of this place.
It might be worth asking, uh, well, say the Red Wizard's captive, and Seal will turn to the Dragon Turtle and ask him if he's aware of any alarms or anything arcane that could be triggered by him being released.
Yeah, so you look past, but the problem is the dragon turtle right now must be either at the bottom or submerged. He's underneath the water here, but he's not even close to the surface.
Um, well, yes.
While you guys are close to this, you notice that every now and then these large squids and other things bleep into existence in these little orbs of water. This is probably how they feed the dragon turtle, but they keep it keeps basically restocking and changing.
Can I try and use Mage Hand to? Oh man, no, I shouldn't do that. So onward, I guess.
Onwards, and we'll be back.
When Umbra says that, Seal will walk up next to Erastus and try and hold his hand.
I'll take the hand and just walk with her.
Okay.
I appreciate you not releasing an Afriti, Erastus.
I didn't want to. I didn't have an option. I'm sorry.
You
Umbra
said
said-
this.
Oops, sorry.
No, it's okay. So, when you said you were walking though, with which direction? Are you walking towards this door up here, or are you going back the way you came, or?
I'm going with.
Or
I'm
where?
just going with Theo.
Okay.
Where's everyone else going? Because he was just following.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought we were doing, but I see Umbra's walking backwards.
I'm taking cover behind the corner because I don't know what's gonna happen when we open that door.
Oh. Well, Erastus, you made sure the door was safe to go through, or had you just investigated it?
Erastus, I trust your judgment entirely. He kind of stands behind the corner with a thumb up.
It's like that TikTok meme of "I support you wholeheartedly" from over here.
From over here. From behind
You need
a.
me to- What do you need me to do?
I thought
Yes.
so.
The door to the south, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I didn't find any traps.
Then maybe I can use Thaumaturgy. We can stand a little ways back and we can try and open that door. And that way no one has to stand in front of it. So I'm trying to figure this out. One, two, wait, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, Sia will go up these stairs and she'll bring Erasmus with her.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20. She'll stand the 30 feet away up on the stairs, and as she drags Erasmus with her, she'll tell everyone to stand back,
Hmm.
and she'll cast Thaumaturgy on that southern door to throw it open.
Okay. All right. This one here. Okay.
Oh, wait, no, the one at the bottom of the stairs. I'm just standing
Oh,
back,
I'm
so I'm
sorry.
not
This one
directly in front
here.
of the door.
This one. This one
Yes.
here. Okay.
I thought it was Philip.
Yeah. The star was just there as a placeholder. We can get rid of it. Yeah. Here, I'll delete it. Yep. Perfect. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you are able to use Thaumaturgy, and the door does crack open. Once this happens, by the way, you already smell what smells like, I don't know. It's basically a foul, uh, kind of like aquatic smell. But Erasmus, you've smelled this before when you've been in areas that have like basically stagnant death from like marine life or sea creatures in it, where there's no water to circulate. Swamps have this smell to some degree as well, but that's what it smells like.
If the door is open, I see no reason not to.
You can go.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna stay near CO and just hang out.
Okay. All right. Um, sorry guys, I'm trying to get back to Albert Radio. Okay. Yeah, so once you walk inside, um, you see that there's a very large circular pool in this chamber, but it has a foul slime covered like viscous like topping with bits of bone and other like almost like green decay and probably just like bacteria and maybe even flesh to this. However, on the outskirts of this entire pool are small bits of bone. It seems like they are meticulously placed around this area. So there's bone placed around the entire area. There isn't a section where there's not bone. And it's circled around this entire thing here. Just the edge. Just the edge. Correct. No creatures that you can see. That's right.
Before you do that, Pen, I can send my familiar in. All right, I'm gonna get my familiar at my owl, and I'm gonna sit down, and I'm gonna look through my familiar's eyes, and I'm gonna have it go down, and I'm gonna have it kind of fly around like that.
Mm-hmm. You can,
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine. Give me the laser pointer and tell me where you're going to go with your familiar, and then you can drop it when I give you the description. Okay, perfect. So, whether by coincidence or not, as you get to around here, you see what look like maybe 10, maybe 15 bloated corpses rise to the top of this pool. But they look like they're drowned or long drowned, and they're just bobbing in the water.
Human, elf,
They're actually so incredibly bloated and old that it's super hard to tell, but it looks humanoid. They don't have
Okay.
any characteristics right now of elven ears, so you're discounting elf for the time being.
All right. I will relay that to everyone once the owl gets back and I get my senses. The next room looks bad. Okay, I will say that then. We have many
We
bloated
shouldn't go
bodies.
there.
Yeah, maybe
Right.
not. Maybe. I mean, it did seem like maybe it was a central room we have to go through, but who knows?
I mean, no, we can look at the map.
Yeah, I just looked at it, and Sia will pull it out. This room, it's Gretna.
I got good. You came in at a good time. Yep.
Um, well, looking at the map, there's no title to this room. The one to the left, and she'll point to the one that if we had gone through the stairwell and through a second door, that says an entry point, but there's nothing labeled here. It could maybe be assumed that it's also pools of devotion, but it doesn't have a immediate label. Also, while Sia talks to the group about that, with one hand, she'll show them the map. She'll place it on the floor and start pointing. With the other one, she's going to start rifling through the Demonomicon and see if the book presents something.
Yep.
Because in the past, close to proximity to certain things, it'll tell me what it is.
Yep. Now, Arasis, you notice in this room that there is what looks like over in this direction here on this side next to this globe. Actually, Arasis, are you inside the room though right now or no?
Yeah, I'm with CO.
Okay, and the door open? Yeah. You see a
Yeah.
glint of something shining over in this side. Glass or crystal, but it's small and it's attached to the wall in some capacity. Right here.
All right, can I examine it?
You can if you come into the room and get closer.
All right, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
That's dangerous. Just saying.
There are a bunch of corpses floating on this now decayed black, really foul smelling pool. There are, by the way, 3 other orbs within here as well, just like the orbs that you saw in the dragon turtle room.
Maybe we
All
try
right.
feeding it.
Maybe try sending Bemi or something else into the room, see if maybe they can pick up whatever's glowing and bring it back. But maybe don't walk into
No,
a room covered in bone and bloated corpses by yourself with an unknown sludge pool that smells foul.
I was going to myself.
There's like 15 corpses within it.
Yeah, 15 right now. Yeah.
I really think we should be smarter about this. It's too dangerous to just walk haphazardly into a room like this.
Hey, Philip,
What's up?
did you sense anything with your magical paladin eyes?
Going to walk
Perchance.
in.
That's a great question. Let me refresh myself on my magical paladin senses.
I'm no paladin, but
I see this.
Out of character, he's talking about your pinging ability.
divine sense.
Yeah.
Consecrate, desecrated.
Pinging.
Oh,
I'm
let's
sure
not
that's
start
doing
saying
the
that in Group A. That's gonna go bad. Can only see
yeah,
bad things.
absolutely. Do I have to choose which celestial fiend or undead?
Nope, you get them all.
Alright.
You actually get to go through and you
I
yep. So
ping.
it's so just keep in mind it's one dose and I believe it's a 60-foot square. I mean a
Yep.
60-foot
Yeah.
circle. Yeah.
So I'm gonna get right as close as I can to the where everyone else is standing. You know, close to the door.
Okay.
Alright.
Yep. You are here, right? That's you? Which one? Is it you are the swords?
Still the swords. Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, I'd like to be wherever everyone is because everyone's position is kind of approximate. So as far
Yep.
as the
So you're
farthest
gonna get
ahead
to here.
person,
You're gonna get to here with that. You'll get up to here.
cool, great,
Maybe if you want, get to like where Rassus is.
yeah, absolutely. Then I'll be where Arasis is. Sound
Okay.
good?
All right. Yep. You still there, Gretna?
Yep. I'm
Okay,
here.
cool. All right,
Sorry,
perfect.
guys. I was praying. I lost track of time.
No worries. Yep, perfect. All right, so you go over here and let's see what that puts you on the ping. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So here. Yep. So half. That's pretty good. So half. So a as you ping this area, you do ping that there are several different undead. There's 8 right now that you can ping. However, it's not the corpses. Those are not undead. There's undead underneath the area. Now you do actually know the location of these things, so I'm going to put them on the map for you now. Now you won't be able to see them again, but you inherently do know at least the location that they were at when you saw them. So here they are. Um, let's change these. Anyway, while I do that, there is 8 of them, and you can point that out. There could be more. You can tell the party there could certainly be more, as you only got half the pool, but there's undead in here.
What section of the map are we on?
It's here. I'll do a hey Macmorn. It's this one here. If you go, you'll see the laser pointer. We're in the pools here. Yeah. Cool. Thanks.
Okay,
All
yeah, got it.
Okay.
Is my character
Okay, so
there?
there's definitely some dead stuff in those waters. I mean, not like really dead, like alive but dead, right?
That's a lot of undead.
Yeah, there's 8 that he can see. Sense, I should say. Yep. Okay. There, right. There were squids and other things in those orbs. Yeah. You can't really make out what's in the orbs yet, especially at your angle. But as you get closer, it was even hard because they're these swirling orbs of water. They're actually obscured quite a bit because the water does move, and it's not crystal clear like you would expect, like fresh water. But as you get closer to them, it's easier to see what's inside of them.
We help an alternative. It doesn't look like we do.
You just want to keep the undead away from you?
Right. We could always go around by chance
Yep.
back through that other alternate doorways at the top of the stairs. But I think it might be a bad idea. I mean, there's plenty of us to take them, but we don't really know what's in this room. Does the Demonomicon show anything? Like if CO
Not
steps
yet.
over to the doorway?
No, not yet. Nothing. And Erasmus, now that you're a little bit further in, you do notice that what it looks like there's a note tied to a piece of crystal here.
Can I read it?
Not now. You'd have to literally, you'd have to take your character and walk all the way over here to even get close to this thing to
Could we
figure this
mage
out.
hand grab the note?
I will
I
send
can't.
Bimmy up to look at it and have him take a snapshot and come back and display it.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
because
then
Mage Hand's too
the
short.
note The note is tied up. So basically it's a small piece of paper that's curled up with two little latches on it. It's not obvious how to get this thing out. It's small too, and then there's, like I said, a crystal that's also stuck within there. Bimmy can't get close to it and look at it, and he can convey the mechanism back to you. What it is it looks like there's a crystal that's the size of a quarter above a very small piece of parchment paper that looks like it's only 3 inches or so wide. It's been rolled up and it's got two little metal clasps that hold it shut.
So I'm assuming the I kind of like drew where I think the note was. If not, let me know and I'll just erase it.
It's over here. It's actually all the way over here.
Oh, all the way in this other room. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was asking for passive perception. You only saw the glint of this thing. Yeah. Yep.
No idea how to delete that. Actually, I shouldn't have done that. I have no idea how to delete it. All right. Well, I will just convey that to the rest of the group.
Can you read the parchment, or is that obscured by the clasps?
I'll give it to Umbra. Just let him do it.
Did it look like it was trapped by physical or arcane means?
I didn't look.
I'm gonna send my familiar out. Tally's gonna fly around. She's gonna miss the pool. She's gonna stop and she's gonna look with her dark vision at the note and the crystal.
Yep.
Not gonna land. She's just gonna kind of hover in front of it.
All right. So when she looks at it, it does look like it's the size of a quarter. It looks like it's in the shape of what looks like it's just essentially like a square that's it looks diamond shape, but it's like a square on its edge, so that it looks like there's a north, south, east, and west. It is clear, and it looks like it's just above this note. You're not really like you've never seen anything like this. The device doesn't seem familiar to you. It looks like it's purposely put there for sure, but you don't know. You can't figure out if there's any consequences for taking it. It does look like if you were to just like rip the note out, it might rip the piece of paper that the note is attached to. It looks pretty secure.
All right, and the whole thing is affixed into the wall.
Yeah, correct. It's in the wall. That's right.
All right, I'll relay that to everyone, including Pirovin and Erassus.
Okay.
I don't want to make a run for it.
That's a terrible idea, Philip. I
Yeah.
think
Gretna, what you
that's
were saying was sound, by the way. What Gretna was
I know.
trying to convey to the group. I mean,
I
I-
turn
I
undead.
hated that.
yeah, she
Yeah.
does have the ability to keep things away from you guys.
I
We
think
just
it's
need to
good.
decide where we're going so that we all move together, right?
Right, we have a minute. Yeah.
right. I just think it's dangerous considering everything on the floor. I mean, back in Luskin, in our little camp that we had, we used to scatter utensils, cans, anything that if you stepped on it, it would clang very loudly to alert us that someone was nearby. I feel as though the bones are intentionally or otherwise meant to do that. And I mean, I'm a klutz by nature, so if I fall, save me, I guess. But whatever you think is best, if we should just move forward or not. But I feel the need to ask, how is anything with this room going to help us determine if we can help the dragon turtle?
Well, if we find out that there's a doorway that that red wizards can enter, well, then we'll know that maybe we shouldn't go, pushing buttons.
Theo, one of the things that so the book's not giving you much, but the pool itself must have some kind of necromantic purpose. And because you know that this whole place is a giant vault of magical energy and stuff, you can certainly make arcana checks on the pool. Matter of fact, you can try, and I'll say this too, because I hate actually telling you guys that you can't even make arcana checks. understand from this point forward going through it, you can literally do like any check you want and anything, and I'll just let you know if it succeeds or fails. So if you decide you want to do Arcana check on stuff, just let me know. And if not, I'll just assume you don't.
Okay,
But assume you can do it on anything, I guess, and then I'll let you know. Yeah.
cool. Then yeah, I mean, if the book doesn't give her anything, I assume CO at some point or another has just accumulated some knowledge from leafing through the book. So I'll try Arcana.
And since I saw the note and the jewel through my eyes, would I be able to make an Arcana check?
You can make an Arcana check, but you have to be like, you can make a private Arcana check to try to figure it out. But if you actually want to figure out the mechanism, you need to be close to it. So you can do an Arcana check at disadvantage always, like remotely. But even
Well,
if
I
you
can see.
succeed,
I can see through.
by the familiar. The problem is when you do an Arcana check, you're reaching out through the weave. That's the real issue. So that's why I'm saying you can do it, but you really need to be close to the actual thing, unless you're just doing an Arcana check on like what kind of device it is. That's the other thing that I've never really explained to everyone. It's in the DM's guide, but essentially, so Arcana checks are actually like 9 different things. But the most common things that Arcana checks are you're using your literal knowledge of magic and reaching out with your very innate magical ability, as if you were a medium from a ghost like hunter or something, to like reach out to Mr. herself or the weave itself and figure something out, or it's from your knowledge, or you're doing arcane history. You're literally doing stuff you've read about or whatever. So I guess just give me a little bit on what you want that check to be, if it's going to be remote, and then I'll let you know if it works or not.
Yeah, I just want to look at it mechanically and see if the setup, if I can determine the purpose of, because
Sure.
it's built in a certain way. I would
Oh
like to
yeah,
look. Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, you can do an arcana check for that. Yeah.
Does a 12 get me anything?
Uh, you do you can actually notice, even from your own like past experience, that it does very much look like this is necromantic magic. It's necromancy, and you think that the magic involved in this uh is probably death magic, specifically not to clean this up, because you've noticed faintly that it looks like some of the other pools had some kind of magical means to actually make them nicer and clearer and fresh all the time. This one is actually made the opposite. This one's surely made to be disgusting and decrepit and deathly, and maybe even dangerously deathly, like sickly. You're not exactly sure, but
Yeah. Sia will relay all of that to the group and just emphasize how she thinks this place is meant to be dangerous, not just from the name of the area, but because of all that, how nice all the other areas are and all.
yep. But because you got higher than a 10, you do know for sure that there's magic at work. There is magic at work here. Now, what'd you get?
Natural 20 for a 28.
Okay.
Ooh,
So
Nice.
it looks like this is actually set up as some kind of fail safe. So if things get really bad, it looks like this is a way to cleanse or purge the area. The problem is that it's specifically set up in a way that is deceiving. So, for instance, at first you think, well, okay, I just take the piece of paper out maybe and it activates something and I read from it or something like that. But then you look at it and you think to yourself, wait a second, that can't be what it is, because that would be too obvious and everyone would do that. So there must be some other means to get this to work. But with your natural 20, you know that it's specifically set up so that you would believe that it's something you just pull the piece of paper out and read from, but that's not it. There's more to it.
Okay, so with a
It's
nat
made
20,
to
I
be
would know
deceiving.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's made to be deceiving. Yeah. But if you really want to figure it out, you're going to have to get close to it. Yeah. And
If
extra
you're
check
going
and
to
stuff.
do any kind of academic study of this, I would suggest you bring Erasmus with you.
Yes, well, it's definitely a purge button of some sort, but hopefully it doesn't get to that, because I'll be honest, I don't know how thorough that purge is going to be. I don't know. It could just wipe
Now, the
the
one thing that
chamber.
makes you suspicious with all of this is that it actually, so it looks like the device is set to um, basically cleanse with radiant energy, which is always what you suspected. Like maybe it'll just bring a huge purge of radiant energy to kill all the undead. But that is not it. it is something way more complicated, but does have something to do with radiant energy.
Yeah, I'll let everyone know, especially like,
Yep.
you know,
And that's only because you're not 20, by the way. But
Look,
yeah.
if that's the case, I insist we gotta follow all the other waterways and figure out what's going on here.
there's something big going on, which is exactly why I wanted to make sure we understood this place before we go busting people out.
Okay, well, let's go into that door to the side, and according to the map, there should be another little pool there. Understand that, and we can go to the next pool.
Yeah, I think it's too
Right.
dangerous to just go straight through here.
Okay. Go ahead and move your miniatures and show me what you want to do.
Purivan be out in front. Or never mind.
Wait, I thought you meant go back up the stairs, down and over.
I did not.
It's all right. Erasmus moved there anyway,
That's
so far nothing's happened. So Erasmus does move to that location, and nothing happens so far. The room smells worse the further you get into it, obviously, Erasmus. So
We listened to Erasmus talk about where he wanted to go, and then he just walked forward, and then we just all went, "Oh shit!" He just walked in.
yeah. So Erasmus, what do you want to do with the door?
Open the door.
Okay. All right. So you go through and try to open the door, and it is locked. You're gonna have to unlock it. It looks like it's a relatively easy lock, but it's
Shame.
physically locked.
Dun, 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 dun.
maybe
Yep.
don't scream in that room.
Irvin, help me.
While they're doing that, can Seal go back in the other room and have Mage Hand touch the rod to both the shackles of the dragon turtle and
I'm-
the weird pool thingy?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna use the restroom real
Yep.
quick, and I will. If Purvin tries to unlock this door, I will assist him.
See if you can touch it to the dragon turtle itself. I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
So once you go back in, you are able to do it. It does light up, and it absolutely interacts with the chain. It must be gathering the information like you expect it to. Yeah.
Yay. And I'll do that with the little orbs of water as well.
They don't
And then-
interact though. You try with the orbs of water, but they actually are not able to interact with this.
Is the dragon turtle still underwater?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yep.
Very deep underwater?
Yeah. Yeah.
More than 30 feet underwater?
You can try, and you can if you want to try, you can put the staff. I mean, you can like hold it with mage hand.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking is I'm gonna try with mage. Oh man, I hope it doesn't eat it. I can maybe get another one. Yeah. Still gonna do it. It's probably a bad idea.
All right, so you bend over. You like bend over the side, I assume, and you try to get it with mage hand.
Mhm.
You go down as far as you can, 30 feet, but at around 25 feet or so, you notice that it's hard to see the staff. Do you want to take it the 5 more feet down?
No, I'll go ahead and take it back. I can't lose this. I don't think I'll get another one.
Is it a loner?
Hmm?
Where did you borrow it?
Gifted, and I like to not have to ask for more presents. Rude.
That's fair.
Okay. All right, Pirvin, go ahead and give me your. You can do your. You can use thieves' tools with this.
27.
All right, you easily unlock it. So Pirvin easily unlocks this thing, and he says it's. I guess you say it's done. Do you want to open it, Pirvin?
I think we're gonna wait for Erastus to get back to make that decision.
Yeah, I can help you out.
All right, so I guess yeah, we'll open the door, staying behind the
Okay.
door.
All right, so Rastus, you open the door.
Yeah, either me or Pierre, whoever makes the check. If it's
Pierre
lo-
unlocked it. He wanted to know if you wanted to open it.
Oh
So
yeah,
Pirvin
yeah.
already unlocked it.
If he unlocks it, then yes, I will open the door, like physically open it.
All right. Okay, so you open the door, and what you see in this room is there's a smaller pool. There's a bunch of what looks like slime and other bits of debris and rotted flesh all around this pool here. There is another one of these gates. There's these black gates or whatever right here as well. This one is glowing. It's got some red runes on it that are actually glowing in this side here. Yeah, this one looks activated. The thing is, when you basically open the door, you get a huge smell of some kind of animal. Um, Anyone that's smelling it, so Mac, Erastus, Pirvin, you can all make nature checks to see if you recognize the scent. But it's an animal of some kind.
9.
Yeah, you wouldn't know, Pierre. I got a 13. No, it's you've never smelled this before, I don't think anyway, Mac, but you don't know what it is. What about you, Erastus?
All right. So, what do you guys want to do here?
Yeah, you have to make a nature check.
Yeah, to see if you know
Guys,
that smelly smell.
all right. Nature check. 19.
All right, so Erastus, it smells. This room smells like something you smelled back when you were growing up, but you've only smelled it once, and you know they're dangerous. It's some kind of aquatic, like sea troll smell. You don't know what kind, you don't know which one, you don't know like what variant or whatever, but it's some kind of sea troll. It reeks of it.
Yikes. I will communicate that to the rest of my party.
Okay.
Just warn them a little bit about what a sea troll can do.
Yeah,
Yikes.
the only thing that you can remember about sea trolls is that they are very dangerous because like normal trolls, they still have to be dealt with fire, but if they're underwater, it mostly negates that. So so there is another way to hurt them. You just don't remember what it is. Fire's the other way, but if they're underwater, that's going to be a little tough. Once they're underwater, even if they take magical fire damage, it doesn't matter. They need to be above water for that to work. There is another way, but you just don't remember.
Would I be able to do a check if he yelled out to the rest of the party?
Well,
Anything
yeah,
addition?
he can explain it, and you can do a check on normal trolls. Yes, you can do a check on like what a normal troll would go through in your history of it. But particular one is very, very unique and only lives in a very certain, like a very like specific part of it. So this variant of troll you wouldn't have the information on. However, you absolutely can because there is something that they share.
History, you said?
You can actually do nature on this one.
Nature.
Yeah,
If
you
Erastus
can do
does
history as well.
can I check
They
the
give you
demonology?
different things.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Natural one for a second.
Okay, no worries.
Oh
Yep.
no. Um, If Erastus
Erastus, you know they're semi-dangerous, by the way. Semi-dangerous. You think you could probably take some, depending on how many there are, but there's dangerous things.
Yikes.
Can I check the Demonomicon? If Erastus did yell that and
Yeah.
Umbra's mumbling about it,
Yeah.
I'll see if the Demonomicon has anything, because CO herself is not gonna know.
Yeah, of course. Yep. Yeah, you start flipping through the pages, but it's not sending you to anything in particular. Must not be a demon or know of this thing.
Okay.
Erastus will tell you that these things can breathe underwater forever. So we can't wait it out. It can stay underwater for as long as it wants to. He also tells you that one thing he will remember is that don't get too close to it because if it grapples you and brings you under the water and you can't breathe underwater, that will be bad. And they do love to do that.
So, do we think those are what's in this pool, not just the one in there?
Uh-huh.
Miles, you can just tell, you can ask Erastus, I guess, if these things are undead, because that's what you sensed.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't sound undead.
Right. So, do we want to take care of the undead? Do we want to take care of the troll? What do we
We
feel
want
like?
to go read the message because we're all sneaking around anyways.
The message is not a message. The message is a failsafe. Purges the room. Complicated. I don't think it would be smart to do so with everyone in it.
Great. Then maybe we sneak around and make our way ahead, either left or right.
How high are the orbs of water from the ground?
Only a couple inches.
Okay,
They're
we
big. They're
couldn't
pretty big. Yeah.
we couldn't squeeze by the one that's blocking the doors.
Nope. Correct. That is correct.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a problem, isn't it? As a matter of fact, as you start looking in this room to go through it, you wonder how it was ever designed or why it's like that to begin with, but that is certainly a problem.
Yes, so keep that in mind as well.
It's very difficult because here's what you would have to do. Like, you have to either try your absolute best to not touch it, which is going to be incredibly difficult. You only have 8 inches clearance here. And if you fall in, you fall in. Or you just don't care and touch the orb and see what happens there too. Um, but when no matter what, it's a perilous thing.
Does anyone have any objections if I was to get my familiar to touch the orb?
Maybe touch one in the other room, and if something happens, it won't hurt us. Because
All
it
right.
could maybe sound to the undead or something.
I will fly the familiar back to the last room.
Yep.
I will. I will touch this top orb with the owl.
Okay. Yeah, it immediately gets sucked into the orb itself and starts to drown. It's not going to have the strength to get back in or I think do anything, so it's going to kill it. So you notice that it's like it's slowly drowning to death. It's trying its best to flap out or whatever.
Can I
It
just
can't.
dispel the familiar just
You can
before it?
dismiss it. You can dismiss it. Yeah. Yep. You can dismiss it.
All right.
Yeah, you have enough time. Yep.
Holy shit! Do not touch the orbs. It pulls you in. I will let everyone know that. Do not touch the orb, please.
Great. And the door, let me get my little laser pointer. The door down here, that's not an option?
Why not?
Yeah,
Right.
I'm curious.
Yep. All doors out of
I
character.
know. Well,
All out of character. All doors are options. But I
yeah.
think you were asking the group. Yeah.
And I'm saying, why not? Try it.
Yep.
Oh, there's a possibility.
It's the only way forward.
Yeah, I mean, Miles, if you wanna move your miniature and go forward and do something, by all means you can. As a matter of fact, all this is in real time, so everywhere you guys move, I assume you are really there. Mac right now, for instance, is over by the other door. You guys all see this.
Yep.
Oh God.
Erasmus jumped into the pool.
I don't. I think
No.
he's. I think
No.
people
Yeah,
need
that was,
sufferers.
I'm
Yeah.
just joking. on that
Okay.
one. Yeah, I will move next to Mac though. Don't worry, no, we're joking.
Stop.
Yeah, no moving other people's miniatures, but okay. So so this door, Mac and Erasmus, you notice this door is also really, really smooth marble, just like the doors over here. Over here. So this is a very heavy, smooth marble door made out of marble stone. Doesn't look like there's an obvious way to open this one, but there is a seam in the middle of it, so you could try pushing it, but there's no handle or anything. Okay. Yep, Mac takes his hammer and shield out.
Yeah, if you try and do that, I will help him.
Sorry, I didn't see. Did Mac say he's gonna try to push the door open or something?
I was going off of what you said, Chris.
No, Mac is just taking his sword and shield out, is what I said. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what he wrote, yeah.
I thought you were saying he was trying to open the door with his sword and shield.
No. Nope, he just said I'm taking my sword and shield out, so.
Just doing a protective stance.
Well, we need to do something. We can't very well starve to death in this room, so let's proceed onwards.
I'll kick it open if you guys want me to.
Do it, Mac. Fucking do it.
I mean, maybe.
Right
maybe-
behind you.
Maybe we should check for traps, or if it's locked.
Just do it.
That's a terrible idea, so I will support you from all the way back here.
Is that just
Yep.
a strength roll?
So, yeah, do a strength check, exactly. Yeah.
I'll assist you.
22. Yeah, that's pretty good. So it's very, very heavy, but you do go through to kick this, making an incredibly loud sound. Everybody roll for initiative.
God damn it. I knew I should have
But it
cast
does
Make
open.
Armor.
It does open very slowly, but roll for initiative. And
Woo! 11. Woo!
Second one of the night, nat 20.
nice.
Also 11.
Oh, just
All
a
right.
second for me.
So who got the nat 20 again?
Umbra,
Oh, nice. Who's got the highest dex modifier?
pandas.
Okay. Did you get a nat 20, Pan? Awesome. Okay, so Pan's first. Who got the second one? Erasmus? You said- Oh,
Umbra.
Umbra. Awesome. So Umbra's second. What's next? Here, let me
Here?
just roll mine. I don't think these things are gonna do that great. I got a 15. So
Yeah,
anybody beat a
Pierre
15?
17.
Okay,
Yeah.
Philip got a 17.
Pierre
Cool.
got a 21.
I got a 16.
Okay, Pierre got a 21.
Yes.
Where does that fall in the Pan and Umbra thing with their nat 20s?
I'm at
Pan,
22.
Umbra, Pierre.
22? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Awesome. So Pyramid, okay. Okay. So it's Pan, Umbra, Pyravin, Philip, and then my people, I think, who got a 15. Did anyone get what's
I got
next?
Mac
got a 16.
Okay, so Mac, you're before them. Okay.
I got a 13.
Okay, so you're right after
Then Erasmus and I both tied at 11.
Harass.
And
Okay.
we have the
And
same decks.
so you guys
You
can
can go
decide.
first. You
Okay.
can go first.
Okay.
I'll go
Okay.
last.
Harasses. Okay. All right, cool. Great. So, all right, so this is what happens immediately. When that loud noise hits, you guys like it's almost lightning fast. Corpses jump up from the water, literally like bobbing now their heads, like they're up here too. All you can see is decayed, like decayed flesh to the point that it's like very tight on the skull, and they're not exactly human skulls. They have little points on their heads, and they look kind of foreign and kind of alien from human, but they do have very, very tight skin wrapped around the skull. And they are now at the surface. However, we are going on initiative order. They don't get a surprise round. They're too far away. So, um, sorry guys, hold on 1 second. Let me bring my initiative order up. So Pan, you get to go first here. You can see all of them. They've all surfaced, so they're all visible. All of them are in the water at this point, though.
And it's just those that we see.
That's right. Right now, it's just those, or it's just those in general. But yes.
Great.
Yep.
Great. Love that.
Yep.
If we all drink the pool, they'll die.
There it
You can
is.
certainly do that on your initiative turn.
And
Yeah.
then we die of dysentery.
The bonus action to bend the straw.
Okay.
Mm.
Cool. Okay. That'll probably get all of them. Yep. Let's see. 40-foot cube, so yeah, that's gonna be everybody, right? So okay. And it doesn't matter. Like in this case, it actually probably won't matter anyway. But would that also affect allies or just enemies? If like Gretna was, for instance, right in the middle of these guys, would that have affected her too or not? Just for
I
the
think
future.
so.
Okay. Oh, it's only up to 6 creatures? Okay. Which ones do you want? It just depends on where your square is. Just remember it can't touch Gretna, I'm assuming, so yeah. Right.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that is nice. Cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these. Okay. And I'm making wisdom saving throws on them. Okay. Fail. Probably save 19. Another 19. A 20 actually. 12. Okay, so 2 failures. The 2 successes, 2 failures. Another success, unfortunately. 16. Okay, and then one more. 15. Okay, so that's right. 3 failures, 3 successes. Okay. All right. So can I do? Can I mark these things? That would be fucking awesome if I could. Let's see. Do you mind doing that for me, actually? Yeah. Just do like yellow, I guess, or red, actually, whatever comes up. Yeah. 3 random was fine. Thank you. Awesome. Okay. Cool. Okay. Cool. Awesome. And how long is it a save every time, or is it just an? Okay. Cool. All right. Okay. Cool. Yep. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Cool. All right, Umber, it's your turn.
All right, Umber is going to move 5 feet up to there, and he's gonna slap down the goggles on his head as he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small lump of guano and sulfur, and he's going to kind of slap it between his hands, and he's going to pull out like a softball size glowing ball of fire, and he's going to throw it in the middle right here, and he's casting fireball.
Okay. Cool. Awesome.
We'll certainly see.
All right. Go ahead and go for it.
Yep,
Oh,
deck
that's
save
right,
for
that's right.
20 feet.
Right, this is fireball, and how what's the radius of it?
20 feet.
10 feet?
20.
20. Okay. So you're gonna do. Show me where you want it. Is it right here?
Yeah. Here, I'll show you again.
Yeah, it's everybody. Is it everybody actually? 1, 2, 3. Is it? So it's a 4x4, correct?
It's
3,
20 foot radius.
Yeah, so that's 8 across.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. So sorry. I'll do these here. Right.
It's a DC 16 deck save.
Okay. So fail. You said 16. That one gets -2 anyway. So fail. 16.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it makes it. That's a -2 as well. Okay. Fail. So 3 so far. Pass. Fail. 4. Pass. That one passes too, unfortunately. 16, you said passes?
16 passes.
Okay. All right. So 3 fails. But the other ones that pass take half damage, right?
Yeah. Halves for
Okay.
people that made. So the people that made it take 9 fire damage. The people that failed it take 19.
Okay. There's also another thing that happens. So as soon as you guys see that Umbra has cast a spell, the entire pool, from the black slimy material and stagnant water and just death in general that goes through it, bursts into flames. It actually rockets all the way up to the roof. The flame is an awful, awful, choking, stenching, awful cloud of just death, and it smells like absolute awfulness. The flame itself changes from red and burns into a very, very, very brilliant green flame that is now engulfing the entire pool. It's so intense and so hot that everyone here can feel this. On this side, all of you that are here on this side can feel this intense flame. Um, the creatures that are inside scream in absolute agony into like this unnatural, awful, awful, awful sound. They do take the damage. Something else happens as well, that you'll see soon. And anything else on your turn, Umbra?
Back up 5 feet. Holy shit.
Okay, yep. But they
Wow,
are
Umbra.
screaming at the top of their lungs now. Yep.
Should have checked for
I
gasoline.
meant to do that.
Yep.
How powerful I am. I'm the strongest person alive. I'm gonna back up and hide.
Yeah, you're literally back against CO.
But
Yeah,
it's
I'm not
there's
surprised.
some kind of magical crazy effect going on. Everyone that's schooled in magic knows this, because it's a green, brilliant, very bright flame, and the whole thing is on fire, and it's reaching up to the ceiling. It's scary to everyone. This is a scary thing because not only is it loud, not only are they screaming, but in general, you guys have been quiet up to this point. You know what I mean? Like all hell's breaking loose right now. But anyway, okay. Pyravin, it's your turn.
Holy shit.
I'm just gonna stand behind goodness me, Erasmus.
All right. Yeah, no, it's so intense, by the way, that you cannot target a single creature. You know what squares they're in, so you can always attack them at disadvantage, but you cannot see any of them. And you can target them assuming they haven't moved, which you know they haven't because their initiative order isn't up in this case. But for now, you can target their square at disadvantage if you want to attack them still.
I'm good. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Yep. All right, Philip, your turn. You just see this column of green, and like it's actually so bright that it's like hard to look at right now.
Is it very hot?
It's hot. You can feel it, but it's unnatural. It's actually a sickly feeling. It is hot though, but you
Mhm.
feel like sick being around it. You don't have to make a con save or anything right now, but it does. It's like, you know what it's like. If you can only imagine what it would have been like to be like close to radiation, it's that must be a terrible, awful feeling. It feels like you want to get out of here feeling. It's that kind of thing.
Shit.
But it's your turn, Greta.
Oh, it's my turn? Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, what am I saying? I'm sorry. It's not. It's Philip's turn. I'm an idiot. Philip, it's your turn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay. Then I am going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet over to. You know what? Fuck that. Philip would not just move 30 feet. Philip would move 60 feet, trying to even our two sides out and end there.
Okay. The closer you get to this thing, the more horrible it is. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So you
You know
do
what?
have to run past Gretna, but you're like, yeah, you hate it.
And I'm
You hate
gonna
this.
Misty Step myself in front of the casters.
Okay, cool.
What a friend.
Okay. All right, Mac, it's your turn. Now, keep in mind, guys that are over here, your line of sight, you can't even, like, for instance, Rasmus, you can't even see Sia right now. So keep that all in mind. You have to turn the corner and everything. So go ahead, Mac.
I'll move 30 feet up, and as I move, I'll throw a hand axe at one I remember seeing.
Yeah. Tell me which one with the laser pointer. You're gonna get right up to the edge?
Why does that burn me?
No, I'm just saying that you feel it doesn't. You have a natural instinct to get away from it. If you're pushing through it, you can. You can get close to the edge, though.
Okay, so I would just I'm gonna hit the nearest one, and
Okay.
I will step diagonally on that last. Hex.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and make a attack at disadvantage. Because you can't actually see it. You just know what square it's in. Yep. What'd you get? You have to do
20 to
2, though.
hit, and then damage of 8.
Oh, you have to do it twice, though, Mac. Unless it does the disadvantage somehow for you already. You have to take the lowest.
I
You
don't
have
think
to roll it twice and take the
really-
lowest, yeah. It didn't work.
Yeah, I used the backwood.
Does, so you miss. It goes through the fire and you miss. That hand axe is gone now as well. All right. Okay. All right. So, Gretna, to your horror, you notice that this thing literally walks through on the flames. It is now burning a awful green, like basically flame that's surrounding its entire thing, and it actually goes to grab you. Let's see if it can. It's going to try to grapple you, and it's not just trying to grapple you. It's like enraged and frenzied and like probably trying to bite you and everything else. But let's see if the grapple works first.
Okay.
So hold on. It doesn't actually. You fend it off. You're gonna beat me no matter what because I rolled a 3, so 5. Um, uh, so I think you still have to actually, the way that the rules are written, though, unfortunately, I think you still have to oppose. Sorry. Go ahead and
Okay.
oppose real quick. Yeah.
Just roll a d20 or a strength check.
It's a strength
saving
check.
throw.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
it's a saving throw or check?
it's a saving throw,
Oh,
I
good.
believe, right?
Because I get a plus.
Let me
Believe
just
it's a
double check
check.
that. Yeah, I think it is a check. Hold on. I'm sorry. I could be wrong about this. I just went through this. Hold on. It is a check. Sorry about
Oh,
that.
too bad. All right.
Yep, it's a strength athletics check. Tested by the target's athletics, yeah.
16.
You can also do acrobatics if it's better, but yeah, you fend it off pretty easily. It's in no position to do this. So the next one comes out and does try to attack you. It's going to attack you with its claws. 23.
Okay.
And it does 8 points of damage. And then these are half movement, correct? That's the effect. The slowed ones. Yep. Oh wait. All right, this one's going to go here. This one is going to go here. This one's just going to come to the edge. This one is going to move up to here, and it is going to. So Philip, now you're seeing this as well. You see this one here
Yeah.
look at you in like this intense gaze, and to your horror, it actually starts to speak arcanely. What is the effect that it has if it goes to cast a spell? Okay. I got a 4. So does that mean the spell goes off? Okay. All right. So let's see what it is to. No, that's cool. Yep. All right.
I understand.
Let's see what it does though. So it actually, so Philip, the one thing that you know right away is that they must be semi-intelligent if this is the case. And it does basically take like a green glowing stream of necrotic energy out of its hands. And let's see if it can even hit you though. It
That's the
does hit
question.
you. Yeah, it does hit
No.
you. So you take 8 points of damage, but
Mhm.
you are now also you cannot move that square for the end of this turn until you make a wisdom saving throw. So it's hit
Okay,
you.
cool.
You can make a wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn though.
End
And
of my
if you succeed, you can move. So it's not that
Heard.
bad.
And you said 8, right?
8 points of damage, yeah. This one goes up here as well. And it is casting, but it takes more than one round. And that is it for them. Gretna, it's your turn.
Okay, I'll take the attack of opportunity from this guy.
Yep.
5, let's see,
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20. All right, I'm gonna go 5, 10. I think right here should pretty much do it. Turn undead.
Okay.
I'll take the
right.
attack of opportunity first.
Well, so yeah, for the one that you miss. Yep.
Mhm.
So here, let's try that first. Okay. It actually does get a 17 though. Does that hit?
Nope.
Okay, cool. So it goes to attack you and it doesn't go through. So Gretna, you cast Turn Undead. Read to me. I need to know what kind of. I think this is going to
At
work.
this level, it's destroy undead, but I'll do turn undead.
Right, and does it like? I guess this is the really important like aspect. Does it have a radiant component? I believe it does, but
As an action, you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer censoring the undead. Each undead that can see you or hear you must make a wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails its saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. but at this, that's all it says. But it is. I
That's
don't know, it's
fine. I'm
getting
gonna
like
look. I'm gonna look it up. So it's
okay,
destroy
but
undead,
it is
right?
at this level destroy undead. So anything that fails is destroyed.
Yep. Yep. Which is awesome. I believe that's why it's reading. But hold on one second.
So I take my necklace and I just hold it up to them and I just, in the name of Tyr, you unholy, die.
Awesome. Yep. Thank you so much, Dungeons and Dragons. Hold on one second. Okay, no, it is from a divine source. It is it's from it's also am I right, and this is part of your channel divinity
It's channel
stuff?
divinity.
Yeah, okay, awesome. So it's rating. Okay.
I
Okay.
don't know if that very last one to the right is within 30 feet of me. I can't quite tell.
All right. So the spell goes off. So everybody get ready. The spell does go off, and I am gonna have to make all these saves.
16.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Now,
Whew.
Arasis, you're close enough to see this. The crystal shines with blue, intense energy on the wall. Yeah, make your wisdom saving throw, and pray to God you make it. You need it 15.
Oh, I can't. Oh, I can't give. Oh no.
I have a +1.
Yep.
I don't like that.
22. So it's a 23.
Oh,
All
thank
right.
God.
So this is what
Okay.
happens. So that crystal literally shines, and it sends a beam right to you, Gretna. You
Ah!
have the overwhelming urge to jump into the pool and do nothing else for your entire for minutes to jump into that pool. However, through the
I'm holding
miracle of
Tyr's
Tyr,
symbol. Yeah.
through the miracle of Tyr, you fight it off. It's this overwhelming thing where you're like you have to do it, but it doesn't happen. That would have been super bad. Awesome. So let me make these saves and let's see if you just decimate these things, which I think you might. So you said it's 16.
Yeah.
They're not great at this. So hold on one second. Here we go. Oh, and it's a wisdom saving throw, right? So
Yes.
they're even if let's see, I get disadvantage in all these. So fail, succeed, but I have to roll that one again. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, guys. 16. I got a 16 on one. Okay, so fail.
Yeah.
What? Hold on. Is that a 5? Yes. Fail. Last one. Okay. Oh wait, that's a disadvantage though. So hold on. Fail. You obliterate every single one of them but one. They all die. The only one that's actually. Oh wait, do I get negatives on these saves though? Because of the one that I passed, I had your slow on it. Do I get any negatives on saves? And do I get any kind of negative on a save with this thing? Okay, all right, so we're good. Okay, so all of them are dead but one. So hold on. So you guys see Gretna just obliterate every single one of them. And anything else, Gretna? Now this happened when you did any kind of divine magic with any kind of radiant component. Even your channel divinity set this off. So you know this, Gretna? No one else necessarily knows this, but you know for sure what happened now.
I turn around and smile at the casters and go, Tyr, see? Yeah.
Mm.
Tia will clasp her hands and just look to the sky. Thank you, Tyr.
It's Theo, it's your turn.
So there's only one left.
Yep.
Well, I like going at the end of initiative, but now my plan is kind of fucked.
You're not at the end.
Yeah, Erastus is the end. Yep.
Chris, do you allow for free actions if I just wanted to observe something?
Yeah,
Or is
as
that
long
possible?
are you doing it before or after you attack?
I would like to do my attack last.
What would you like to observe? So if you're perceiving something,
Yes.
you have to actually make a check, and that's a full action. Like if you actually
Okay.
want to like puzzle something out or make a perception to do something, that's a full
Yeah,
action, unfortunately.
he's not as nice as I am.
Okay. I didn't know if that was a gauge thing or what.
Yeah, she's so used to me allowing perception and investigation checks as free actions.
Yeah.
It's apparently common rules now.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oops.
sorry.
Okay. That's okay. Then-
Chris just mean.
Yep.
then as a bonus or free action, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm going to yell to the group that I'm going to hold this last one off and that the rest of them need to get that door open.
Now you can
And
always look, by the way, if you're just wanting to look at something, as in like literally look at something, that is completely different than making a perception check.
Okay.
Perception check
well,
is using all of your might to figure something out, and like really, it's like you taking 3 seconds to look at something. If you are just looking to see if the guy's still burning, that's a free action.
well,
Just to be
I was
clear.
more so
Yeah.
wanting to know because we've had issues with ventilation before with all this smoke, and I'm assuming it's sulfur on the top of that pool. If we need to get out of here now, or we're going to start suffocating.
Oh, so well, this is you could make a perception check for that to know for sure, but I'll give you as a free action. It is surprisingly not hard to breathe, and you know this is a free action.
Okay.
You're not choking on sulfur right now.
All right. Then Sio's just going to yell to the group that she's going to hold off this last one, and they need to quietly and quickly pot shot it and get the door open. And then she will cast Arms of Hadar on this last guy.
All right.
And I'll do it so the edge of it is just holding it. I think it might take damage as soon as I cast it, though.
Okay.
So I need it to make a dex save.
Here, let's do that. Which just has -2 anyway. It's not gonna succeed. It fails.
Okay. Then any creature that starts its turn in the area will take 2d6 cold damage. Anyone that ends its turn will take 2d6 acid damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to do it so it's just at the edge of it. No.
Yeah. You can roll the damage though.
Yeah. Okay.
I was gonna roll it, but you roll it, yeah.
2d.
Now it's still burning. It's not as tall as it was. That was a flare up apparently, but it's still burning.
Okay. It'll take 6 cold damage, and then if it ends its turn in the arms, it will take 2d6 acid. But right now it's 2d6 cold.
Okay. All right, cool. Erastus, your turn.
All right. I'm just going to use for the first time in this campaign, I will move up. Whoops, that's the ruler tool. I will move up, and I will use my light crossbow.
Yep.
It's the wrong one.
Well, you actually don't have line of sight to him there though. Just keep that in mind. There's no line of sight.
I can get to here at maximum.
There you have line of sight. Yep. As long as that's not a double move for you, yeah. You have line of sight.
Nope, that'll be a single move.
Yep. Now this guy is still casting, so if you wanted to use a crossbow, it might make sense because you would know that he's casting. So
yeah,
be a chance to interrupt. Yeah.
Totally
The first
posted
one
that in the
didn't,
wrong
though.
Discord. Sorry, I've never used this before, so I'm not sure exactly what I have to type.
I think it.
Yeah, 12 to hit?
Oh.
No, it misses.
No, all right.
Yep.
That's my turn.
Okay, it still misses though. Yep.
That's my turn.
Yep. All right, cool. That's good to know though. All right, Pan, it's your
It
turn.
skims right by me. Zoom.
Yeah, it's your turn, Pan. Yeah. Actually, no. You need to move like where Erastus is, or right above where Erastus is. Yep. Right. Now what do I? Is it? Do I have any negatives on this? Unfortunately, I think it passes. 19. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Umbra, it's your turn.
All right. I am going to move up 5 feet on
Yep.
the other side,
That's fine. Yeah. Yep.
and I'm going to cast Mind Sliver on it.
Okay.
That is a DC 16 Intelligence save.
Right. And I believe if you damage it, doesn't it automatically break concentration or something? What does Mind Silver do?
No, what that does is if you fail it, you take 2d6 psychic damage and subtract a d4 from your next saving throw before
Right,
the end
okay.
of my next
Yep.
turn.
Yep.
That's only if it fails the save.
Yep. Okay. Let me do it now. Hold on. Man, why isn't this working? Sorry, guys. Hold on. It failed.
All right, so you take 5 psychic damage and subtract a d4 from your next save.
Okay. And how much damage was it? I'm sorry.
5.
5 points of damage. Okay.
So I guess that's just a concentration check.
Yeah, I do have to make consultations. I knew it. Every fucking time. It's how guys, I have a question. So the way I play this with the actual folks at D&D is that we literally make constitution saving throws every fucking time we take damage, which
Yep.
is technically
Yeah.
also according to another person that we play with, not actually intended. Is that the way you guys play?
Yep. 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's either depending on DM, it's 8 or 10, or half the damage taken, whatever's higher. I've seen some DMs
Yeah.
do 8. I've seen some DMs do 10.
Well,
I
rules
do
is
8.
written it's 10.
Right.
But that's
Okay,
only if the
that's fine.
spell's concentration too.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's fine. Let me just look at something real quick. It's fine. I'm gonna start doing it the way that they're doing it anyway, but hold on one second. I'll look at this later. Okay. Cool. Holy shit. Rules is written, it's actually any damage, but the DC equals to 10 or half the damage you take. So it's any damage, but the DC is relevant on the damage that you take, which is fine. But you do make DC things on each source of damage. He was right. Holy shit. We just
Yeah,
had a
that's
meeting
why
about
things
this.
like
Okay. Okay.
that's
All right.
why
Oh, yeah.
magic missile is so brutal.
Yeah. All right, cool. Hold on. So
And that's why Warcaster is a feat.
Yeah.
all right, that's fine. That's fine. I already broke concentration on one anyway. So after all your things, so he's broken concentration anyway. So cool. Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
All right, and
Alright.
I'm just moving back 5 feet, and that's my turn.
Then again, I don't know half as much as either you or Miles do.
No, it's not that at all. It's that this is a contention on people who play way fucking more than me and may or may not have should really know what they're fucking talking about, but it's another story. But
Yeah, Miles.
no, it's not Miles. This is
Fucking nerd.
Yeah.
no, this is
Fuck.
definitely not
Miles,
Miles.
how
This-
dare you?
I can't even tell this story unfortunately, but you would be fucking surprised because I just had a huge conversation about this. It doesn't matter anyway. It's wrong though. Like I'm looking at it. It's 100% rules as written. Any
Yeah.
damage, and it's by modifier too. So it's actually not even 8 or 10 or whatever. It's any point of damage you take, and then it's modified by that on the DC. The DC is changed depending on the damage coming in. It
Oh, yeah.
doesn't matter though. All right, cool.
Yep.
So anyway,
Pain in the ass. It's
Yeah.
a pain in the ass.
yeah.
Is what it
All
is.
right, cool. So anyway, yeah, Umbra. Sorry, I think it's so you're done, right?
Yep,
it?
that's my turn.
Pyramid, it's your turn.
All right, I guess I'm just going to move as close as I can to them, which should be just regular like 30 feet. So
Yeah.
right about here.
The only thing is you need to find a place to give you line of sight. Exactly. So you just have to have you have to have line of sight. So which
Yeah, I don't think I would there.
you don't. You hit this. You can still make an attack though. You can totally make the attack, but it's at disadvantage. You're basically, if you're doing a ranged attack like your psychic blades, you're just going through the wall of fire to hit him. But you know where he's at. You just can't see him clearly, so you just make the attack with disadvantage.
All right, I'll give it 2 shots real quick.
Yep. Miss. Those 2 are misses. Yep. But you have 2 attacks, right? So yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. So you might have hit 1. Roll again.
Oh shit.
Yeah, unfortunately, you missed both. Unfortunately. Yep.
All
Okay.
right. End
Good
of that
try
one.
though. All right. Cool. All right. Philip, it's your turn.
All right, I am gonna try to yeet 2 frickin' javelins into that boy right near us.
Yep. You can. Yep.
That's the play, right? All right.
Okay.
So let me roll this sucker. Oh god, y'all. How do I roll an attack in D&D Beyond?
Exclamation point A space javelin.
Yeah.
If you have
Later,
your
I
sheet
can also
connected
show you
to
how
it.
to do this sheet thing. It's
I'm
so
gonna
much
do
easier.
this
You can use-
manually right now, so I don't fuck this up. Okay, that's a 6 and a 15.
Okay. Both of those miss, unfortunately.
Nice.
Good try though. You do lose both the javelins. Mac, it's your turn.
And I'm gonna move up to next to
You need to be
Greta.
where Rastus is or Gretna, yeah, for line of sight, yeah. Okay, that's fine. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you want to move there? Yep. All right. What would you
and
like to
I'll
do?
throw my last hand axe at
Go
it.
for it. Go for it.
So not at a disadvantage this time, right?
Correct.
24 to hit. 6
That hits?
damage.
Okay, he crumbles. So you get him right in the head and he crumbles and falls apart.
Do I get my axe back?
No, it's engulfed in green flame. It's consumed. As a matter of fact, you notice that the green flame was consuming him as well. He was getting consumed every round by this green flame on top of it. So, but he is now dead.
I feel like
Now-
we all should be yelling green flame.
Now the now this was just a flare up, but it's still burning and it's still roaring. The whole thing is burning here. So there's green light bathing everybody. It's like it's a little bit lower than it was, but it's still everything's on fire. What'd you guys like to do?
Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, this was not intended. Holy shit.
Well, there's a door kicked open, so we might as well go in there.
Sounds like a
I'm with
plan.
Mac on this one.
Yeah. As we are exiting, I would like to trail behind everyone and touch the rod to if one of those creatures is still like half out of the pool, still burning, I'd like Mage Hand to use the rod to touch it
Do I see her do this?
Yeah, I mean, well, it
I would
depends.
try to do it
So,
discreetly, but I would have mage
Sio's
hand do it.
Sio's behind. So Sio's behind you. If you're making a wave to the door, then unfortunately not. If you're
I
running
haven't
up to
moved.
Sio,
I haven't moved
then
yet.
so this is what. So Sio, then it depends on if Sio waits.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait because
Okay.
I want everyone to kind of already be going into that next room, and I'll follow behind.
Oh,
Okay.
well,
You don't have to tell me
I wouldn't
first.
say it was out of character for Rastus to wait for CO.
Well, you can do whatever you want. That's what I'm saying. You can even run up to her. It's up to you. Anyway, Mac, you go into the. So for now, you can stay there. Mac goes into the room, and this is what you see, Mac. You see.
Ah!
You see that noise.
Yeah. All right. Hold on 1 second. Oh man, DBN is killing me. You see.
I see nobody behind me. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Hi,
Okay.
Mac.
So this chamber, for whatever reason, is really, really warm. The floor of this sweltering chamber and its pools are spread with a really fine layer of shattered bone. The
Mm.
faint illumination from a pair of low burning braziers reveals piles of animal skulls set near the edges of the water, as you can see. But it is a really fine, like powdery, like basically almost flour of bone in this room. And then, of course, these piles are all animal bones on each side. Now there are small bones scattered around here too, but the entire room, when you step in, you leave footprints. It's all bone powder. Bone is everywhere. The pool also has a unique shape, as you can see.
I put on 2 COVID masks.
Yeah, you walk in, and by the way, it's warm in here, uncharacteristically warm. The braziers are right here, and it's dusty. And yeah, you're breathing in like the remnants of bone as well.
Well, I will just stand guard there, and while the bigger, smarter people figure out what to do.
Yep.
I
So
am
Pyramid and
going.
Pan are still outside. Oh, it looks like Pan's coming in as well. Umbra, are you guys coming inside or just waiting out? Because like even Pan, your back is to this, burning,
Is
okay.
it safe in there? Is it okay?
Pan goes in.
I
I'm
will
going to use
go as
my.
well, but I am staying near CO.
Yep. So you're walking back to CO then.
Yes.
CO's by herself right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
And I will take her hand and escort her into the room.
As he's
Right.
doing that, she will still have mage hand go behind her, touch one of the ghouls if possible,
Mhm.
and then as they walk by that room, she will have
8.
mage hand float.
Yeah, just
the
make a
rod.
stealth check for because here's the thing, to cast Mage Hand, you need to actually cast it. So let's see if you
Yeah.
can do that
I was
while
about to say,
distracting
was it
Erastus.
even possible to do that before Erastus got
You
to
can
me?
try to yeah, you can also try to
You-
distract him as well, but yeah.
Yeah. I would, if possible, I would like to, before I move up in the hallway, cast Mage Hand, give it the rod, have it fly behind me and Kiri. And then as Erastus comes over, she'll like happily take his hand and like swing it back and forth as they walk.
You have
And
to
then
beat
quickly
you have to beat at least an 18.
That is
Will say,
correct. However, this room is incredibly noisy on top of that.
fuck.
But
I
he
don't know.
would see you cast. That's the problem. So it's not the noise, it's not the verbal semantics that I'm worried about. It's
Yeah.
the fact that he has a passive of 18.
I got a nat
Well,
1, so he definitely saw me.
So you know she cast Mage Hand, you just don't know why. But yeah.
Well, I have an intelligence of 19, so I feel like you would probably put 2 and 2 together. That one.
Yeah, you can ask her or you can
I've
look
also
around
seen
for
her.
Mage Hand.
I've also seen
Yeah.
her transport to different realities and touch her little magic stick to other things
Yep.
and kill that
And she's
person.
still going to do it. Regardless.
Yep.
Like, even
So
though she tried to be sneaky, she's still doing it.
that's right. So it's behind you right now, like here somewhere?
Yes.
Okay.
Do they have like a hand icon?
Yeah,
no,
we
that's
can
not-
do this one actually.
Ras is just gonna look at her and say, "You better stop it."
She's just going to Like she was
Be
kind of
there
happy
too.
to see Erasmus, and then she's just going to kind of take a very neutral face.
Stop it.
Erasmus, I appreciate your concern, and you're one of my dearest friends. I'd go so far as to say you're family to me. But I have
Stop
a
it.
job to do. And she's going to get kind of serious. She's just going to look at Erasmus very intently and tell him, I have a job to do, but I have Mage Hand do it for me to ensure that I am safe. I need you to understand that I love and appreciate
No.
you deeply. Mage
I
Hand's
wouldn't.
going to float
You,
very
by
high
the way,
up
you
on
guys
this.
can hear this because Erastus is being decently loud even with the roaring flames. So
Stop touching things.
Mage Hand is still going to float well above both Sio and Erasmus and go touch a ghoul if it's
okay,
outside of the pool.
Seal, make me
You-
a.
yeah, you
can
can.
you make me an
can.
opposing strength check?
Well, the mage
This
hand is still
isn't-
out, correct?
No,
Mage
yeah.
Hand's out.
Yeah.
This
Mage Hand
is
is still
not
out.
stopping it.
Mage Hand's doing its thing.
I'm just asking her to make me an opposing strength check. Because Erastus is trying to like bear hug her and pick her up and start like waddle walking her back to the group.
I mean, it's
Sio,
a
I'm gonna aid you in this with a second mage hand.
interesting.
Well, even if you pick up Seo, it doesn't break
It's
her
still
Mage
gonna.
Hand.
Yeah, I
Oh
was
no,
about.
he knows.
Yeah.
He's
She'll
trying
let
to
it
walk her
happen
back
then.
to the group.
That's fine. Like she will let Erastus carry her. Her feet hurt anyway, but she's still gonna have Mage Hand go and touch a ghoul and then
That's
go and
fine.
touch
Well,
the.
yeah, I rolled
Yeah,
a 19.
That's fine. You can grapple her, and then if she's not opposing, you can obviously.
I'm just
drag her,
like
pick her up,
waddle
yeah.
walking her back to the
Yep.
group.
She'll
Yep.
let it slide, and then
Uh,
she would also like to touch
You are
that.
able to touch. Yeah, you are able to touch. You are able to touch one of the ghouls here that's still on fire. That's like flaming or whatever. It does activate. You're not exactly sure what it does because it's a different. It's a
She's
different
touching
thing that you've
things.
never seen. Like you've
Yeah,
never
I
seen
know
the
that.
reaction before. It's just a faint, like aura of like almost like a puff of magic, but that's it.
She's touching things. Everyone, she's touching things.
That's
Yes,
not new.
we can see that. It's not surprising.
Why
Things.
We're not
can't
gonna
Things
you
stop her.
talk to us before you're gonna touch things and make
Well, that's
all
why I
our
let.
lives more difficult?
They're already all dead. I don't really care. I'd prefer just to get the fuck out of this room, please.
They're also dead, and I'm making sure you're not in harm's way, Philip. I promise. I think more
Nuh-uh.
than I look. Like I do.
Sarasis, if you guys are still there, with your passive perception, you see a person inside the you see like a human-esque body inside one of these orbs. This orbs in particular. But it's
Yeah.
obscured. You don't know what that is, but it's a person-sized body here.
I'm just gonna point at Sio in the chest, and like really like a good jabbing right in the like clavicle, as the armor is gonna fold up, and I'm gonna say, "Look,
I'm gonna
they
use
don't
my
know, but I do, and I think it's damn well time you tell them what's going on. I
I'm gonna
followed you, and I figured out what's what.
And that would be.
You owe them that much, and I'm gonna go investigate the person in the water."
Okay.
I'm gonna
So
use
you
my
walk
once
over?
free.
Go ahead.
I'm just
No,
gonna
go
use
ahead.
my once daily free cast of false life on myself.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. What does false life do again? I'm sorry.
Gives you
Temporary
1d4
HP.
plus 4 temporary HP.
That's right. Yep. Cool. Okay.
You?
All right. So if you walk over to here, I assume you do not touch it, but if you walk over and look, even with your passive, the horror sinks into what you're looking at. You are literally looking at people drowning somewhere and being transported here. You see someone literally drowning to death in front of you. A woman, you don't know her age or whatever. She's drowning to death. She's human.
Can I cast Mage Hand that spawns inside the water?
You can, yep.
Does it spawn safely?
It does spawn inside the water. Yep.
I'll pull her out.
For whatever reason, you go to like pull her, and with 15 pounds of force, it does like move her closer, but it's not enough to get her outside of the orb.
All right, so I'm going to take my sealed wineskin, empty its contents of water, fill it up with air, seal it shut, extend the wineskin into the water, let the mage hand take it, and
Yeah.
put it into her mouth as a jury
Yeah.
rig breathing apparatus.
No, that's fine. I mean, it's gonna give her a couple breaths. Yep. You notice
Yeah.
that it does give her at least one breath. Um, this is kind of a horrific thing. Like you don't know what the fuck's going on, obviously, and there is a woman in there. Yeah, with your passive, you now see that there is another person also rashing around in this one as well.
Armor on, full helmet down, sealed and waterproof.
Nope. CO's running over to Erasmus as
You
soon as that helmet comes down, and
you're too far away from me.
She
And I'm
could
going.
double move in 1, 2, 3, 4.
yeah, I was
5.
about to say, if
Yeah,
possible.
she would have.
Well,
It all
she's.
happens at the same time.
I moved her down all the way to here when I was carrying her.
Well, her intention was to follow you and ask you what the fuck you thought you were talking about, but
Yeah,
I mean,
whatever.
I think that's
Erasmus
fine. Yeah,
can
she
control.
wants to follow you. She can.
If you want to try and
obviously,
stop me, you can. But I'm trying to rescue this poor lady.
Well, she's gonna scream at you and tell you
Head-
you'll get yourself crushed and killed.
Head and
Now,
arms
I will
inside the
say this.
water.
You can move. You're not, unfortunately, because this all happens at the same time. It just depends on initiative. So roll
Yeah.
initiative Erasmus, roll initiative CO, and let's see.
Okay.
If Erasmus goes first, you fail, essentially. So, and then even if you get to him, you're gonna have to be strong enough to grapple him. But
Which I'm not going. Oh
So-
no.
I go
Erasmus
first.
goes first, so she's gone. So Erasmus, this is what ends up happening. So
I'm trying to pull this lady out of this drowning.
of course, yeah. Immediately when you touch the sphere, Erasmus is sucked in. So Erasmus, you are now in there with her. So you are able to grasp her. She is obviously incredibly afraid and now sees you within there. What would you like to do?
Well, I
What do
can
you
hold
wanna
my
attempt?
breath for an
Oh
hour.
yeah, you don't have to worry about that. How are you gonna try to get her out? She's still gonna die if you can't get out.
And what I would like to do is I'd like to take my helmet off and keep it positively buoyant so that there's an air bubble inside of it, and then put it on her head and wrap around her like I've similarly done to CO, to at least give her a dozen or so breaths.
The only problem is, so you're in the water, right? And you have your helmet on. Once you
Yes.
take your helmet off, it's going to fill with water immediately.
Well, I
How would you-
imagine it'd be like oxygen positive, like taking a bucket off your head in the water where there is a
Yep.
gas bubble that they can't breach. The
Well,
water, the water.
Kind of. So I don't know if you've ever, I don't know if you've ever done this underwater, but what ends up happening once you do this is, like, for instance, like let's say you take a little dive helmet off, which I've done before. Well, all that happens is that in like literally milliseconds, there is like a very small amount of time, but the water just rushes in because it's going to fill any volume. So is there anything that you're going to try to do to like, yeah,
Let me check my spells.
yeah.
Spells.
Would it be possible? I don't know since
You
we
can
rolled
see this,
initiative
you're the
against
only one. You can scream to everyone else, but you now have seen this. You're right here. You see Erasmus go in.
God
Is it
damn
still
it.
very
She,
noisy in the room?
It's noisy, but she could scream
Yeah.
over it. She can
Okay.
attempt to, yeah.
she's gonna have Kiri go and she's gonna tell him, get Umbra, get him here now.
Okay.
And she's gonna try and cast Mage Hand to at least give Erasmus a guiding force. Like, she knows she can't pull him out, but she
Yeah.
wants him to know, like, at least this is the way to get out.
Chris, our
Yeah.
bag of holding hasn't like fucked up while we've been in here, has it?
No, if you have the bag of holding, you have the bag of holding.
What
No,
the
no.
hell?
You would
don't.
also
I don't. But what I'm gonna do?
The bag of holding has 10 minutes of air. Yep.
He has his own bag of holding.
There's several people in here, right?
Erasmus
just
would
one.
also
There's just one person.
Well,
There's just one person in there with you.
All right,
There's another person in another one. This one here. But there's only one person in your bubble. And there could be another person in this one too. You don't
I'm
know.
gonna cast Rope Trick.
Okay. If you have rope trick, it works. So rope trick, the water does actually immediately start to flood in, but you have enough time to get in there and seal it. So there
It's
will be water
also
in there with you, but yeah.
it's a minute casting time too. I don't know how much air that lady
Oh,
has.
yeah.
rope trick
that's
is one action.
Shit, is it really?
Yep, and I can be in there for
if
an
it's
hour,
if it's 6 seconds, you're good. Rope trick will work.
and I will pull
Oh
her
yeah,
in
shit.
there with me.
Okay, if that's the
Oh,
case,
yeah.
you see this, and that does happen. So that I was gonna say you have very limited options. That was one of the things that I would have done personally if you had it. So it's good. Bag of holding is another one, obviously.
Wouldn't bag
But
of holding fill with water?
it would. But here's the thing: all you have to do is swim inside of it. As soon as you swim inside of it, you can actually shut the bag on yourself. It says so. So once you shut the bag, it closes the demiplane essentially, and so there will be water in there with you. But if you do it fast enough, you would have time to close it. But it
So-
absolutely will flood with water. Yeah.
And I'm gonna close the dimensional portal behind us.
Same thing is gonna happen. Same thing is gonna happen with rope trick, by the way. As soon as you get in, it actually seals, but there's still water in there with you. But it's not completely filled. Yeah.
Hi.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll do that. So I'll let you have interactions in 1 second. Everyone now sees this, and you see Erasmus vanish. You're smart enough, CEO, to know that he did cast a spell because you see the rope go down, and
Yeah, I
there are
did pull. I
wizard-
did
yeah.
not pull the rope up behind me, so they would see it dangling into
Yeah.
a void, so to speak.
But he is now gone. Now, CEO, what's your passive perception?
Oh,
I'll
it's
be right
not
back.
that. It's
Is
only
it higher? Okay, you don't know then. You have no idea what's going on in these other things. Okay. All right. So Umbra, she did call for you.
Yeah, Kiri was gonna
Yeah.
fly over to Umbra and just start nipping at him and trying to like usher him backwards.
I'm fucking coming. Hold on. He's gonna double move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 to right here.
Oh, that was Philip. Unless
That
Philip's
wasn't me moving.
Philip can move too.
Oh, okay.
Are we still in initiative? Can I just move over?
Well, it was actually it was very important for us to be in rounds, but not so much anymore because she had less than a minute of air. But now it's okay. So you guys can just do whatever you want freely, and we'll just do it in real time.
Okay.
He's gonna walk over. Just what? What? Can we please leave? Yes, I know you have the rod out. I see Erasmus is in the bubble. I told him not to go into the bubble. So what?
Sio is gonna kind of snap her head back at Umbra and just scowl. Either dispel the magic or be useful and cast Mage Hand and grab the rope and drag it out.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I
Oh.
look. Mage Hand doesn't do shit because you need to be a certain amount of strong, and he's just gonna look at her and he's just going to point at the bubble and he's going to try and dispel it.
Go for it.
If this somehow fucks up and we all drown.
You can try to dispel this. Yep.
Yeah, while he's
Is that
trying to
request
dispel it,
for roll?
can Sio try and use Mage Hand to drag the rope?
You can
Out into the
try. It
bubble?
doesn't work.
Okay.
CEO.
I'm assuming
You
this
go
is.
through and you try your best. It pulls the rope out, but it doesn't. It's not going to work. Yeah.
I'm assuming this is high level
rope
stuff I got to
coming-
roll for.
You
Is the
definitely
rope-
have to roll for this. Yes.
Is the
Yes,
rope
you
coming
do.
like dangling out of the bubble?
Yeah, is that
No,
possible?
it doesn't. It
Oh.
doesn't.
Ah.
So she gets it. She finally gets it close enough to the wall of the bubble, and it doesn't. It doesn't reach the wall.
All right, I'll grab it.
Philip!
Did it already, Philip? That was probably the worst thing you could have done, but epic nonetheless. So Philip does grab the rope, and he gets literally sucked.
Well,
into
hold
here.
on. I would have
Philip,
cast
like
Dispel
that,
Magic
yes.
before he
It do-
did it. I'm just looking up whether it's.
Oh, that's fine. We can do it at the same time. We can do it at the same time. That's even more fun. But Philip, this is what happens. Philip, immediately
Okay,
you
that's not
realize
really.
your mistake. It is terrifying because you get sucked and you don't even have enough time to literally catch your breath. And you are now breathing water, choking. You have this rope. You have to make a decision. You can
23.
now, fortunately, you can climb up, but Erasus, the way that spell works is that you I believe are the gatekeeper and allow someone to go in. I can't imagine you would not allow him to go in, but is that how it works though? Let me just double
No,
check that.
fuck you, Miles. Die.
Yeah.
I got a 23 on that dispel
Fuck
magic.
time.
Yes,
Oh,
I can see.
wow.
I can see
Wow.
out. I can
No,
see out the gate, and I
you
can
actually
I can
dispel.
pull him
Well,
into it.
that's okay. So this is what ends up. God, all help. Okay.
Oh,
So
fuck,
what
damn
ends
it.
up happening, however, so you go to try to like get through, and Erasmus is trying to pull you up. However, Umbra somehow casts basically this incredibly powerful dispel, and it does break the bubble. All the water rushes out immediately.
Oh no.
A piercing, unbelievably strong, amazingly scary bell goes off louder than anyone can handle currently. Everyone has to make a constitution saving throw or be stunned by this. So
Man.
everyone make constitution saving throws.
Chris,
Yep.
when they
Yeah.
dispel it, and I can
Now
see
you're
the
still in
bubbles
your rope.
bursting. While the
You're
bubbles
still
burst.
you're
Okay,
actually still within your
so
plane. So
so it's a
only
different plane of
There we go.
existence. Then
you do
I'm
not have to make one. Sorry. You
Well,
do not
could-
have to make one. The woman doesn't have to make one for now. But
What I was asking is, would it be possible for me to have pulled? Could I make like a dexterity check against?
well, it happens
Tyler?
instantaneously because he's already dispelled it. So you can go ahead
Could
and
I
make a
pull
dexterity check to try to
could I
pull
have
him
pulled
up.
Philip in to? Yeah.
Not before he takes this. Not before he takes this. But you
I'm
can
fine.
still pull
I'm
him up. You can still pull him up though. But you're still gonna have to make your dex saving throw.
Everyone in my corner.
A
gets
dex saving
three
throw
on
or
their plane.
constitution?
I mean
Con
constitution, guys.
Well,
sorry, it's
I made
con, so.
for Dex, I made 20 to bring Philip up into the
It's just not going to
alternate
happen
reality.
before the spell. Yeah. It's not going to happen before the dispel,
But
but you will be able
it-
to pull him up.
Yeah,
You
and
will
then
be
I
able to
could
pull him
I
up.
could just like break his stun.
Yeah. You will be able to pull him up though. So
14.
Yeah, everyone gets +3 that's near me.
oh,
So
so you say wow,
23.
so it's a 15. So and you have to get higher than a 15.
21.
Myself
26.
guidance. No, I'm not gonna. Even with guidance, I can't take it.
Well, guidance only applies to skill checks. Resistance is saves.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Mac and I failed.
Okay. All right. So you are literally stunned for an entire minute. You're like shell shocked. So all that means is that you are basically like in the square that you're in. You're kind of like out of it for a whole minute right now. So just keep that in mind as we go through this. You
Also,
do pull Philip up. Philip, you saved?
to everyone, it is Lee's birthday
And
today.
Yeah.
It's who?
Oh, I didn't know that. It's Lee's birthday. Oh, cool.
Yes.
Yep.
Aw. Happy birthday.
Chris, as soon as I feel myself have to make a save, I'm going to turn invisible.
Yeah, if you have a reaction, you can do that. That's fine. Yep.
It's just an action.
Oh, right. But you passed anyway, right? So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can take it. Yeah, that's totally cool. Yeah.
I invited him to general chat so we could wish him happy birthday.
Cool. So this all happens at once. So the bubble at least does burst. By the way, that water also starts to seep in to this big pool here.
Like directly?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
It sleeps everywhere and goes into that as well. Now this whatever this bell thing is, or whatever this piercing sound is, it goes on for a couple seconds and then goes through.
Hey, happy birthday, Lee!
Happy
Hey, thanks,
birthday!
guys.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Hey, happy birthday.
Thank you. How'd your game go today?
It's still
we're still-
going.
It's
Still going.
We,
We
we
might
still got,
drown.
we still got a second out of it to wish you a happy birthday.
Yeah,
you
we
very
might
much.
drown, but at least one good thing came out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you did you do anything fun today for your birthday?
Well, I don't know how I had fun. I went to Sleepy
good.
Hollow Cemetery and then had lunch
Oh,
with
cool.
some friends.
Oh,
Just
that's nice.
walking around. Yeah.
Yeah, I did
Really
that for
peaceful,
Halloween.
nice.
Cool.
Yeah, they
Cool.
do it up there. I didn't get there this year, but I think maybe this next coming one I'll try.
Cool.
Cool.
Awesome.
Well, I just want to wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
All right.
All right, cool. So all right, so even though you're stunned, you're still able to hold on to the rope. So he is able to pull you up now. You're also within the demiplane. As you pull him up, though, it does actually let a little more water in,
I'm
just so
not
you know.
stunned.
But yeah, you're now within the demiplane.
Hey, Philip.
Now this is what's happened while you're in there. So immediately, this woman that you're with changes into basically into like a being that looks like this. Hold on.
Sorry, I brought you here.
Vampire.
Yeah, I blame you.
No, no, no.
Right,
It's not,
okay.
no.
No, I'll just get a little bit of your blood, just a little nip tuck, you know.
Stop it.
It looks like that. It's the monster.
Yeah, it basically turns into a being of white. It's got pure white hair, pure white eyes, very pale skin.
Where are you
Where
showing
is
this at, Chris?
Because I'm just looking at Sio's gift.
I haven't shown it yet. Here, I'll show
That's
you.
just her hot take on this. Also, are we actively drowning?
I'm the only one that's saving people, trying to be good.
No,
I'm
no,
all
no.
right. We can.
It's not
Chaotic.
enough water. It's not enough water to make anyone drown. Sorry. To be very clear, no. You guys are not
God
drowning.
Only
bless.
Yeah.
Jamie and
It's
Fanny,
only,
Sio.
it's literally, it's only like a couple, it's like 20, I think it's actually less, it's like 10 cubic feet of water. You guys are not drowning at all.
After an hour, I'm
Um,
pretty sure I could drink this.
Yeah, so,
Ah.
hold on 1 second.
You die after you drink like 3 gallons of water.
Yeah, your cells. Ah, shit. What's the process? Where your cells that just explode from too much water?
Well, I
I'll
can
gi-
cast
I'll
enlarge
give you
on
the
myself and just blow this whole thing out.
I'm gonna give
You-
you the 4E
Osmosis.
picture of
Are you
this.
trying to drink your way out of a water demiplane?
gonna
Is that
be a
what,
game
is that what I'm
chapter?
hearing?
It's yeah, it's just gonna be in general game chat actually.
Okay.
Um,
General. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Ooh.
That's the 4E representation of this thing, which I'm sure everyone knows what it is. You can't tell if it's male or female at this point, by the way.
Oh, hey, what's up? My name
It
is
says-
Erastus. This
it
is
literally-
Philip. We're here to save you.
Okay, so it responds and says, "How did I get here?"
I don't
It
know.
has a general. In general, it has a male voice. You're positive this was a woman a minute ago.
I don't know.
Let's get the
You're in a
fuck out of
bubble of
here.
water. We saved you. Pulled you out of your drowning. And I'm gonna stick my head through the hole, be like, oh yep, he just he fixed it. So
Yeah, now well, exactly. You can see that there's no more water. That's exactly right. So yeah.
Philip, your depression twin has fixed the problem.
Depression twin.
Okay, well I'm gonna open the hole now. You can go back through. And I'll just open the portal again.
They basically stutter and say, "Thank you. I was literally going to drown." And then they touch their face, and they realize that they've changed, and they look like terrified.
Yeah, you look a little different now all of a sudden. You seem like a normal lady when I met you, and now you're a little bit more husky voiced and pale.
They look incredibly scared and literally say nothing to you.
Well, let's just
Yeah.
climb on down, and we got some of the best folks in the room to take a gander at. Okay, just get out of. Let's just just climb down. Just get out of here.
Can we please make an exit from this room? There's most likely wizards on their way. You hear a, disembodied voice say next to you.
I'm sorry, Umbra. That's gonna be a big old noperino for me.
I did it for you. Now let's leave. I'm going to leave. You can join me.
Yeah. What about the other two bubbles?
Absolutely fucking not.
Sio's just going to stare down at Erastus as he climbs out of this. And she's just going to have a very blank look at him. Umbra saved your ass. And he was barely able to do that. How did you intend to get out of that one, Erastus? Tell me.
You guys notice now this creature also climbing down. Completely white hair, almost shoulder length, pale skin with almost no features. Hard to tell if it's male or female. It does have leather armor on to some degree. Like it looks like it's like knows what it would do within a fight, maybe. It looks very dismantle, like it's very like skittish at this point. Does not look like a woman, obviously. And CO, you saw that too, so yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, just for DM ease, do you want to say that this woman that I saved will stay near me unless otherwise
Yeah,
needed
for
or
now.
stated?
I'll control the person when I have to, but for now, yeah, that's fine. Yep.
As
Yep.
soon as
And
COC.
I'll
Oh,
go ahead.
sorry.
Yeah, no,
No,
go ahead.
you're good.
The other thing is that so when so when they get out and see everyone, the first thing they say is, "No, really, where am I?"
We are in the it's not the Tomb of Horrors. This is the Vault of Annihilation.
Vault.
The Doom
Doom
Vault. Yes, the
CO.
Doom Vault in the country of Thay, right? I don't know how you got here, but we are here and I saved you. And we're gonna get out and we're gonna take you with us because we're nice people.
You did save me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But how did I get from the Silver Marches to here?
The
Ooh.
Silver Marches. It's a
Where?
long ways away from here.
Where's
I was literally on the outskirts of Silvery Moon, and I I took a dip in a pool, was sucked under into the water, thought I was going to die, and now I'm here. How?
we don't
I,
know. To
I've
be
been to
quite
Silvery Moon.
And where is it, Arasis?
Far away from here.
Look, we don't know how you got here, but it's a pleasure to have you in our company. I promise you we will do our best to figure out how you got here. In the
What?
meantime, join our companions around the corner. Keep you safe. We'll get you out of here with the rest of us.
What's your name, lady madam?
So they look at you and they say, they, let's just go. Maybe let me get myself together and we can talk later.
Okay,
I'm actually not a lady, but at the same time, this is complicated, and I don't know why. So then they stutter and they say, "I think I've been cursed."
well, okay, lady sir.
Would Sio or Kiri know what they are?
Or
Uh,
Umbra.
well, Umbra definitely wouldn't. CO. This is an incredibly rare creature. I don't think there's anything in your backstory that would denote.
Yeah, I mean, she was just a street urchin, so she would have been around a whole bunch of different orphans, but I don't know
No,
if a
no.
changeling would be
These
one.
are like incredibly rare. I'm sure most people know what this is, but these are
Yeah,
incredibly rare things.
yeah, okay,
Like super rare. Yeah.
that's fine. I didn't know if Kiri would have more insight to that either. I
The
don't know
one
what
thing
Kiri's background is.
I will say this. Uh, Macmorn is the only one that would theoretically have uh a kind because he would be watch. So Macmorn, do me a favor and make a history check. So it's not going to be nice if you know what it is. You're going to have a disdain for this if you figure it out, but because you've heard pretty bad stories. But all right, so Mac doesn't know what this is either. If you ever do find out, though, Mac, you will be slightly prejudiced to this because uh, there there's no good stories of these things. Unfortunately, they're almost killed on sight in anywhere you go. But Mac will be the only one that could actually have a chance at this, I think. So
Okay.
Because I'm a super genius.
actually, I take that back. Pan, make a history check as well. Yeah, from Pan's people actually have had run-ins with these, so which is also bad for this. All right, you don't know. That's better. You don't know either. So
Yeah,
all right.
well, whenever CO sees they're very frazzled, she'll extend one of her hands and put the other on their shoulder and just say, I understand things are very confusing, and I hate to say it, but they won't present themselves any clearer. but I can promise you safety with us. And look, at this point, we're a collection of odd folk, so if you're worried about your appearance for whatever reason, don't be.
No, I don't look like this though. I must be cursed.
Then you and me both, and we'll figure that out in our own time. But put that to the back of your mind, collect yourself, and join our friends around the pool.
Okay.
And she'll point to go the opposite way. And she'll
Cool.
actually wave to Umbra and ask him to
You actually don't
lead
see
this
me.
person.
I'm
Oh,
invisible.
never mind. Oh, I just saw your icon, but she'll have Kiri actually fly with them back to the group.
Okay. Cool. This is unexpected, but cool. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now here's the thing. There is still a raging inferno. It's subsiding a little bit. That noise is still going off. So remember that as you guys are talking, it's now just
Oh.
subsided. But it's fine. You can still talk through it. Everyone's going through it, but it's just subsided. Everyone would be a little bit panicked. And now keep in mind the group is also split down here. Like Gretna's still over here. So yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, please.
We're working on it. Sia will take Arasis. As soon as Kiri takes this person away, Sio is going for the scruff of both Philip's shirt and Arasis' shirt and is just leading them both towards the group. And as they're walking, she is near hissing at both of them. How idiotic, how just outright stupid and reckless they've decided to act, and how they could have potentially killed themselves and risked the safety of the rest of the party. And moving forward, they're to use their fucking heads. And she'll look at Arasis as she says that, especially you. You are
Now-
smarter than this.
Now
No.
you guys are moving over here. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're walking back towards the party.
Okay, if you're walking back towards the party, it's
Take
all
me.
the way back here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're walking that way.
Okay. All right. So you guys, so this is what you guys see now. Gretna, you guys have been in there for a little bit, but you know there was some kind of panic going on. You see them walk back with this pale-skinned thing with white hair, no facial features. As well, yeah.
No.
What now?
Our new companion, that Arasis and Umbra were able to save.
And
They're
Philip.
a
Okay.
little frazzled, but they're here to stay.
We saved someone. We did a good thing. I'm not going to feel bad about that.
You almost killed every fucking person in this room. You didn't do a good thing. You're the
Shut
exact
up.
reason
No.
that
I saved someone.
there's multiple kinds of intelligence.
You didn't save anyone, Arasis.
I was
Umbra
doing
saved
it
you.
now.
I was the one that fucking did it. I was the one that cast the dispel magic. You jumped
was-
in there and would have died yourself.
I was going to
Listen to
figure it
me.
out.
Now
I'm not
the
going to sit here and watch
the
people
being that's
die.
with you,
Become
the
I'm not
being,
doing that
tomorrow.
anymore.
the being
I'm
that's
not-
with you,
I'm
by the
done.
way, as you guys are fighting, they do really quietly come up to you, Umbra. They put he puts his hand on your shoulder, and he says, "Really, really, thank you, thank you, thank you."
I'm
I
still
was
invisible,
wonderful.
by the way.
Oh,
I'm
then
I'm
I-
invisible
then-
for an
then-
hour.
then sorry,
I'm
then
done
I'm not
sitting
doing that.
around
Sorry.
and
Then I
watching
just
people
then
die.
then you can tell that he's looking around trying to find the person that said that they saved him, but
I'm
does
not
know
doing
you
it
are.
anymore.
I'm happy to help someone out, especially in a place like this. But don't take it personal when I say that I'm looking out for my friends. And if no, Philip, because you're just as
Bruh.
bad as Arasis. I'm
Maybe-
supposed to fucking protect you.
Maybe
And
in the place where the alarm is going off, we shouldn't be having this conversation.
you're
Like,
right.
and
We
that's
should be
what-
getting the fuck out of here.
I'm with you. Let's go.
All right.
Lecture later. Act now.
Okay, so I guess that's so this is actually kind of important. Is everyone where they are right now canonly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
I'm most
All right.
nervous. Yes.
Yeah.
I am
Okay.
invisible and around the corner.
All right.
Who moved our characters?
How long did that whole thing take?
Literally, it was less than a minute. It's almost a minute at this point.
Okay.
So a whole minute has gone by. If someone's coming, they'll be here soonish, but we'll see.
Okay. Well, as everyone's doing that, CEO is going to make sure everyone gets into the room. And then
So
she's
it's-
running with Mage Hand back to the other room and she's going to touch the whatever's around that other pool.
No.
Okay,
So the
that's
stun
fine.
is over, or is it still on?
No, that's the thing. It's just getting back. You're just getting to the point where you're normal now.
Okay.
So it just
Good.
ended. Yeah.
She would have to run past me to cast Mage Hand.
I was waiting for everyone.
No.
Oh,
She
no,
already
that's
said
what
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
I was
no,
waiting
I'm
for
not
everyone
lying.
to enter the room.
He's not letting you do it.
So the way that would work is that so in CO so that there's no meta next time,
Yeah.
what you can say is this. Because Erasmus can always because time dilation sucks in D&D essentially because you could always say no, I'm not going to do that after someone said something. So just basically we'll use it as canon where Erasmus is. Erasmus, the minute you're behind the door and CO's over here, if she says something like that, she does it. But now he is correct in the sense that he can counter it.
Yeah.
But for in the future, if you want to do something sneaky, wait till Erasmus is behind something and then move your miniature. And
Yeah,
then he
well, I
can't say
forgot
it.
the door is
Yeah.
also non-existent.
If you cast Mage Hand, he will also spawn another Mage Hand to literally grapple yours. 15 pounds of force on 15 pounds of force. Contest it.
I will-
They've done a ruling on this. Yeah, they've done a ruling on this. You can't actually touch another mage hand. It's invisible, unfortunately.
Yep,
But
I looked this up in preparation for this.
CO,
I'll use another mage hand, and you're fighting against two mage hands now. That I'm following CO. Just let her do the thing.
No.
Well, two mage hands against one.
Nah.
Umbra, why are you lecturing me but letting her do that? What do you know that I don't know?
I want to get the
The
fuck
last
out.
time she touched someone, it killed something, and you don't know things that I know.
oh,
I don't care. I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. I don't care if she kills another person. I want everyone to get the fuck out of here. Because if we all get caught and we all get killed, then we don't get the chance to save another person. Do you understand me, Erastus?
My negotiation. No, I'm
Let
done
her
with this.
fucking touch it.
And I'm just gonna pick CO up. Like firemen's carry over the shoulder.
CO, do
Yeah.
you contest?
no, because she knows she won't win, but she will have Mage Hand give Kiriji the rod, and she will look at Kiriji and say, "Darling, I need you to very safely take the rod, touch it to the edge of whatever is around that other pool that we passed, and then very quickly return to me, please."
Okay. So
Chris, how
Kiriji
much
is
did you say that
just
rod
strong
weighs?
enough, by the way. So Kiriji is just strong enough to drag it. Kiriji can't actually fly with it, but he's going to do it. He's absolutely going to do it. But he can drag it around. Just tell me what exactly you want him to do to this, though. What
So-
exactly do you want?
Chris, how much would you say that rod weighs?
It's less than 2 pounds. So
I'm using catapult.
Oh my god.
you theoretically
my
can't. You can theoretically target something. The problem is that
He's
hold on.
also grappling someone, so he can't do the
I was going to
component.
say you can't actually cast is the problem. I'm
Uh,
almost
y-
positive.
Yeah, well, it's true, but the components for catapult is only semantic.
Yeah, you can't do the somatic with someone grappled.
Yeah, you can't cast while you grapple.
All right, it seems to be a rather contentious point, so I will just let it go then.
Okay,
I just want to get
so-
out of here before the red wizards show up. I'm also using.
I just want to know where Umbra's point of grief is and where Tyler's point of grief is.
No, this is all Umbra. Tyler's fine with this. It's Umbra that's fucking scared.
Yeah,
So.
it's hard to delineate between, mutterings who.
Oh
what's a
no,
player
this
and
is
what's
all in character. No, this is all in character.
Yeah, it seems all in character to me. I
Yeah.
wouldn't. Why would you assume it? Yeah, it's definitely in character. So, yeah. So what exactly do you want? What exactly do you want Kiriji to do? Just
I'd
show me
like
on the video.
him. Yeah, I would like him to fly over here, and once he gets close enough, how big is the rod? Is it still in its smaller form, or is it in a full staff sort of?
No, it's not actually a full staff. It's
Ma-
like 18 inches or so. Yeah.
Miles, what was your mentor's name?
Banquo.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I will just turn to you and be like, "Don't let that touch stop what happened to Inkwell."
And what do you want? What do you want Kiri to do?
While I'm
I want
holding
him to
Theo.
go over here. I want him to put the rod. I want him to like almost
When you
just
say
tap.
over here, oh, got you. Where Kiri
Yeah,
is? Okay.
where
Yep.
Kiri is, just tap the very edge of this gunk,
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
and
Yeah,
then
yeah, of
I want him
course.
to
Yeah.
immediately fly back to me.
Okay. He can't. So here's the only thing. Kiri is actually not strong enough to take the rod, even though it's light,
Oh
because he has
shit!
very small hands, but he can drag it, and he'll do that. He'll totally drag it. He's happy
How
to drag
long?
it.
How long would it take him? Is it gonna like?
It's gonna take him a couple seconds. It's gonna take him like at least 3 rounds, 18 seconds or so. You're
Okay.
gonna see this too as he goes through it. So
Yep.
okay. All right, so he drags it. He's like he's basically dragging it with his very small hands. He's struggling, but he's doing it. He drags it over. And you see him go through the door.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes a little bit, and then you see him. He basically telepathically tells you he
So
drops the staff. By the way, and telepathically flies
just
back.
ignores it.
Yeah,
he
Philip
He
is
flies back and he says,
to the dumb,
"Mommy,
but
no, no,
right
no,
now
no.
we're
There's a
dead.
monster in there, and I can't. I'm sorry. I dropped your
Sorry.
present.
What? Gary, you dropped it?
I'm at
I
the
had to
arrest.
because the monster was gonna bite me in the butt."
God. Arasis, put me down now.
So, but he goes back in, and all right. So, and Co, you are inside here too. Pirvin, you're still out here, and Philip, you're still out here.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm trying to get everyone into
Yeah,
the
you
room.
can do whatever you want. So, guys, move your miniatures however you want them. But I am
Thumbs
going to
over?
make that. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm using
Okay, so Pirvin's inside.
prestidigitation
Yep.
to make extra sets of footprints around so you can't see I'm standing where I am.
Okay, you could totally do that. Yep.
So it looks like people have walked where I'm standing and then walked back and walked in circles.
Yep.
I'm gonna.
And there's
I'm-
there's also a lot of tracks as well. But yeah.
I'm going to
perfect.
walk Co over here and set her down.
Don't stand right next to me. I'm invisible.
It'd be like, "Look, you gotta stop. This is getting so out of hand."
Out of hand.
All right.
And
Pan,
Co at this point.
Pan,
Oh,
you're
I'm sorry.
outside, right?
No.
Okay, the staff is over here. The staff
Co
is over in
will
this room.
yell at Pan to wait, and she'll get it herself. And as she says that, she will turn on her heels, and she's going to have just very hot tears in her eyes as she just full on glares down at Arasis.
You gotta stop doing what she tells you to
Stop.
do. It hasn't. Stop. No.
I
No,
stop.
You stop.
I stop. Arasis, you just threw yourself into an orb of water, nearly crushed and drowned yourself, and you're telling me to stop?
Now, as
Who
this
do you
happens,
think you are?
Pan, you are where you are, and Philip, you are where you are. Correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Who
Do me a
am I?
huge favor, as you guys are doing that, and I don't want to stop this because it's awesome, but give me 1 second. This is important though. Pan and Philip, you both need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Can do. 16.
Okay, Pan.
Oh, fuck. Pan.
How do? Oh, it's a saving throw. Yeah, it's a saving
Mhm.
throw. So yes. Yep, you can give it to yourself. Yeah, they've already rolled on this. You can give it to yourself. Yeah. It's a bonus action, right? Doesn't matter. Yeah, it's just bonus action. You're good. All right. The whole room is literally engulfed in magic. You are now literally you both know that this has gone off. You have seconds to get into that room, or time is going to literally start slowing down to a stop. So you're actually familiar with this, Pan, but you can do whatever you want. But yeah, the whole room is going through this. Now, now that you know that a spell has basically gone on you or whatever, and you know that you've
Yes.
resisted it, um, you now know what's going on. But if you get back into that room, you're going to be trapped for now. No. You want to risk it? Do you want to do something? You don't know. You have no idea. Yeah, you don't even know how it's like this is kind of similar to your spell, but it's the entire room, which is terrifying to you as a mage. Like this is the entire room. How? You don't know a single wizard that can cast it that large, that big, or whatever, and the whole room has been flooded. But you can certainly, I mean, you can double move if you want to the other room. Okay. 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 Now by the way, as you're yelling, Carrie starts literally bawling, by the way. But keep going. This has all happened at once. Go, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Now continue with yelling at Erasmus. Sorry about that.
Yeah, she's really just gonna kind of leave it on that. But Sio's voice just gets gradually louder and louder, and she's not hiding it from anyone, but just like hot tears are starting to roll down her face.
Yeah, and you notice Carrie's crying. Carrie's like super upset.
I haven't forgotten. It's you. When I met you, you took this power to help people and your brother. And now you've gotten to the point where you just grab more to grab more. 3 people are drowning in front of you. The person I met in Luskin, she would have given her last copper every ounce of strength she had to save them. And the first thing you worry about is grabbing more. More strength, more knowledge for her. And she has just used you. And you're not the only one. And you know that. I can't sit by anymore and watch it. And you
Carrie,
don't tell anyone else, but I found out, and you tried to hide it from me too.
Carrie literally ignores all things going on. He gets right up to Sio. He's crying. He's like, I'm sorry, mommy. I didn't really mean to get that staff done. Let's go get the staff. Come on, let's go get it. Let's go get it.
Sio will
I'm
telepathically
sorry.
at
This is
this.
all in your mind, obviously.
Yeah. Okay, good. Because Sio is just shaking, and she'll take Kirigi into her arms and she'll just start stroking his face and wiping his tears, and she'll telepathically respond, "You did nothing wrong. You did the safest thing possible, and I would have been more upset if you got yourself hurt, because in a moment of anger, I asked you to do something dangerous. I'm not mad at you." But she Sio is kind of just deaf to the world. She's just staring at Erasmus. And like she's not hiccuping crying, but she just has like hot, salty tears running down her face, and she's just shaking as she just leers over Erasmus.
Once the being, by the way, if you say that, Pan, once the being that you guys are with hears that you say that, it looks over you, and he says, "Oh God," he says, "I can see it." He says, "What happened?" This is to you,
Well,
Pan.
Can I get like 10 more seconds to finish out what I was saying? I'm sorry, I was almost done before Kiri cut in.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Erasmus. Yep.
He just wants to look at Sio and point a finger at her and say, when we met, you told me you were different. You're not. Like everyone else, got a little bit of power. And stop taking those who didn't have that blessing and looking at them like they mattered. You're not the same person anymore. And that'll be it.
And you know what, Erastus Brittleback? You are the same small, weak child I met in Luskin, and I still took you in. You claim and you walk around here as though you are a big boss, as though you know anything about me. I never made a pact with her for strength or for power. I made a pact at 10 years old to find out who killed my parents and why I was told I had to stand there and watch them burn to death in a fire. Everything she has done for me has been out of the kindness of her heart. No one was there for me and my brother when we were starving and rotting in the streets. But you know who was? My lady and patron came to me, saw something in me, and gave me the chance to live. She has done more for me than anyone I have ever met. And I
Come
would
off
pay
of
that
it.
back. I would pay that back tenfold. And I've been doing my best to repay her for her kindness. But you have the audacity to tell me I stand here and I'm just power hungry. That I am different. Maybe I am. But you are just the same sniveling, weak child I met.
No, I am not weak. Not anymore.
You're
I
not
just
weak.
use what I was given for others. I don't advance my personal gains.
You're not weak. Who the fuck throws a tantrum and threatens to unleash an Afridi to get their way? Who throws themselves on the ground like a child having a tantrum
I
to
might
get
not be the
their
most
way?
wisest. I do what I do to help others. And I've all. If it had been you in that bubble, it could have been you in that bubble. It could have been anyone in that bubble.
Yeah, the person that you saved is visibly super uncomfortable at this. Everyone that's in seeing the scene sees two things that are super important to this scene. First and foremost, every single time CO gets upset, her sweater dragon goes nuts. Have you ever seen a pet, like dogs do this all the time, but cats can do this too, and actually any animal that has a thing, like anytime they see their like basically like person that they're like they would get really upset, they go nuts and they like try to like the sweater dragon, you notice, is like trying to get like in her neck and everything else, like to, because it freaks out the pseudo dragon every single time you get emotional seal like crazy. And it actually is interrupting you every single time. It's hard to concentrate with the Rasmus because it's constantly, basically it thinks that it did something wrong. And then on top of that, the being that's in the middle, like after it hears all of you fighting about this or whatever, it's like really uncomfortable through this whole thing. It looks terrible. Like it's meant to say something the entire time, but it doesn't know what to say because obviously this is all because of it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe I am weak. I don't know. Maybe I throw tantrums. Maybe I'm not. I'm not a hero, but everything I have, I use for people that don't have that. You used to do the same thing. When I,
I
when I met you,
Well, if you do that, it says no, no. I mean, I'm the problem here. Like, I'm really sorry.
No, they do this all the time.
So so it does look up to you, Pen. It says just understand, I'm not a monster. I'm cursed. This is not like it's not me. This is not what I look like. Yeah, you can. Hold on. Hold on. Pretty good at this, but oh, they are lying. They're lying. I got a nat one. I got a nat one. They're lying. So they look at Urasis and they say, really, seriously, thank you for saving me. And then it also like talks in the open air. It's like whoever also was saying, I don't believe it was anyone in this room, and I don't really understand what's going on, but whoever else helped, thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. You hear
that
an
would
echoing
be
voice.
him, and it'll just point to Umbra and Philip.
Well, Umbra's
Umbra's
invisible.
Umbra is invisible.
Umbra's invisible.
Oh,
Yeah, and
okay.
they're also using prestidigitation to like cover where they are, so you wouldn't even be able to point them out, unfortunately. But
Okay, well then Philip and they'll circle about, but Umbra's somewhere.
they do say, more importantly, though, a very, very dangerous, very powerful thing has been cast on both Philip and because he's overheard them say your name, Philip, and then he points to your character, Pan. Now, everyone understand this is a very, very warm room. Obviously, there's a bunch of animal bones and everywhere going on. Nothing has happened, even though you guys are talking, but the room is not incredibly
Yeah,
safe in the sense that it's, yeah.
I didn't mean to take up so much time. We can shelve.
No. It's not that at all. I'm just letting you. I'm just reminding everyone because nothing has happened during the conversation, and it's not because nothing would have happened. I'm letting you guys talk. It's literally because nothing. The stuff hasn't happened because of the conditions. But that said, everyone should be aware that this is an incredibly warm room with a bunch of animal bones, and it's still not a safe place, and that you would all know this. We're coming up to the end anyway, but I just wanted to make everyone like understand for next time. Now the conundrum that you have, CO, is that this is a shitty situation, obviously. So
Yeah. Would I know if there's a way to retrieve it other than physically having to go and get it?
that's the problem. Right now, you have no known way of retrieving it without physically going to get it. That is correct. Now, so the other thing that's super important is Kiri told you that a monster was going to bite his butt off. So
Yeah.
those are his exact words. So there is a monster in there, and he's not lying. So that's the other thing. So just keep all that in mind. But
Yeah.
yeah, go for it. It does. It is a magic item. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a magical artifact actually, but it is a magic item. Yep.
And Erastus does know the true name of her patron.
Everyone does.
Yeah. Well, except
This
I think
isn't
Umbra.
new.
Just want to
Yeah.
make sure.
Yeah,
Philip
no.
doesn't.
And-
I actually don't think Philip does.
No one's told Philip anything, despite him asking questions.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, shit. I don't know if I
Yeah.
can say that without meta because we were all physically present when
Well,
Crick
just out of
said that.
curiosity, because I know that you know the full name of her patron. Just so I remember, so everyone's on the same page. What is the full name of her patron?
Luxis.
No. Just from Erastus' standpoint. This is not you out loud. Just what's the full name of her patron?
From as best as Gage and Erastus can recall, I guess it's just Luxis.
Right. Okay. So. Okay. But anyway, I just wanted to. But anyway, so regardless, that's what I wanted to make sure of. So,
We were told not to say it out loud.
No. You're not. This is all out of character. This is just for me, the DM. So, yeah. All right. Cool. So, okay. Yeah, that's where we're gonna leave it, guys. We'll leave it here. It certainly didn't go the way I thought it would go. That's great.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I certainly
know her
didn't think
break
Sia
was-
would lose her staff either. But that's
Uh-oh,
No.
CO.
I didn't
Uh-oh,
think I was going to
CO.
lose my staff. I didn't think I was going to lose my cool. I didn't think CO was going to have a full-on breakdown. She was almost about to slap
I
Erastus.
kind of expect, to be honest, I kind of expected Erastus to save someone. I would be in a bad situation with even the character that I play, seeing someone drown to death. But it was suicidal.
Yeah, there's no way a good alignment character is going to see someone drowning and not make
But it was like suicidal on top of that. Like honestly, to be honest, I didn't want to say anything. I'm shocked that you were able to dispel this. That could have been an absolute fucking disaster. Absolute
yeah.
disaster.
Dude,
Yeah.
if
You could have literally lost that character.
You were going to get crushed like a
but
can.
that
it's
would have
not
been
just
that would have
It's
been
not just you
perfectly
losing the
fine.
character too. I was like, oh, Miles, what the fuck? Like when Miles went into, I was like, oh, it's one thing to lose Erastus, but now we're gonna lose
No
Miles
one
and
told
Erastus.
Yeah.
Philip anything that was going on. He has shitty perception. He can't see anything, so he was just like solving the problem.
No,
That-
it's
that-
totally
dude,
in character. It was awesome.
Yeah,
But
it would have been perfectly in character for Erastus to try to
there is
save that
another
lady
way.
and die doing it.
There is another way. The module's fair. There is another way to get out of those orbs. They're there, obviously, but it's hard. It's like Tomb of Horrors hard, and the dispel is fucking nuts. Like you're not actually really supposed to be dispelling that, but you did dispel it, Umbra. So good for you.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Umbra would have probably not done it if Philip also wasn't in there or going to go in there. Like he just doesn't know Erastus. Like he was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
don't go into these," and then we see Erastus jump in head first.
Well,
He's
it
like,
makes more sense too because you were like divinely inspired to help your friend, I guess, or like personally emotionally inspired, and all of a sudden you have this fucking amazing dispel. That's a close to God level dispel. It's obviously not, but that's like amazing dispel. 23 is, expert level dispel, so far beyond what you're normally capable of. So it's good stuff. But
yeah.
otherwise, though, yeah, Erastus, you would have fucking totally died if the party didn't figure out how to get you out. You had an hour, which was good. I mean, that was very smart. I would have done the same thing. You bought yourself an hour, which is probably enough time if everyone really thinks about it. But it's not a guarantee for sure. You could have totally died. So
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, Umbra was the only one who was going to get him out of that. And CO
Yeah.
knows Umbra's strong with Arcane. CO could only cast Mage Hand to get you out. There was nothing else she could do.
Now you guys also know anytime something is dispelled, for the most part, this is not going to be. This is very obvious in dungeons like this anyway. But anytime you dispel something like that, you do have to deal with the consequences. All hell is break loose. So this is like nothing. This is like 1% of what's about to happen. So
I mean, I hate to be that guy, but at the end of the day, it's someone drowning, unless there's super obvious senses of danger, which is someone in a bubble of water. He's gonna do his best to try to save them.
No, there's
absolutely.
nothing wrong with what you did, man, at all. There's nothing wrong with what you did. I would have been in the same exact boat with my character, absolutely. But the fact that you did it in a suicidal way was the unexpected.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
He casted Mage Hand. That's all the
Yeah.
testing he could do.
Yeah.
After that, he reached in.
Well, the thing is, CO wasn't mad at him for doing that. She was mad that he knew how dangerous it was to go into that. and still did it anyway. She expected him to get crushed like a can, didn't realize Philip was going to try and be a good guy too, and then get himself killed. And then everything else just spiraled.
Yeah. You guys will eventually learn. If you do decide, everything in this dungeon is there for a reason. You'll eventually learn, if you choose to, why these things exist. There's a good reason. They all make sense once you figure them out. But yeah. So anyway. All right. Well, cool. Thanks, guys. We'll same time next week.
Yeah.
Great. Be well, everybody.